Good evening, folks. We are back with more Halloween one-shot. Joining me tonight is a plethora of wonderful people. Some of which you know, some of which you have just meeting today. So, without further ado, who are you, what are you, where are you from, and who are you playing tonight? Starting with Mr. AJ.
I'm very confused there because Discord has flipped my face, so I was like, why are you pointing at me that way?
The other way.
That is where I am.
Well, to me, you're over there.
It's
According
me.
to the stream, you're over there.
It's up here.
Yep.
That is
3,
incredibly
2,
confusing.
1, point!
Yeah. Hey, it's me, AJ. You may know me as the host of Pretending with Dice, and also from about 95 different things on this channel. So, yeah. Today I'm playing Delicious Freshly, Intrepid Reporter. This may or may not be the voice I stick with the whole time. We'll see what happens, by cracky.
Hey, delicious.
The 1930s for some reason. I don't know.
Okay.
Nice.
What's your fears?
My fears are not getting the scoop and some kind of Hindenburg situation.
Do you mean
wow.
the crash, or do you mean the appearance of Zeppelins?
The whole situation.
Just a general vibe.
Yeah.
Man was not meant to fly.
My God, look at that. Holy smokes.
All right. Next, we have. Is it Fiona?
Yes, Fiona. Yes,
Fiona.
it's me. Hello, everyone. My name is Fiona. I am from London. I run the What Am I Rolling podcast, which is a twice-monthly RPG one-shot podcast. I also run the DM's Book Club, which is a weekly book club podcast. But tonight, I will be playing Glob, basically a plasmoid who's got a pinky, rosy tint to them with some yellow patches. And that's it.
Fantastic. What's your fears?
My fears, one is a house party, or house parties in general, and two is the man known as Noel Edmonds.
Totally viable fears. We've got a request from Jeff. Can we have AJ to say last time on Korra in that voice?
Last time on Korra.
There we go.
I don't know. I'm assuming that's a Legend of Korra thing.
Yeah, it must be Legend of Korra, right? Yeah.
Oh,
Last time.
I've made the stream freeze for a second. 1 second. I just need to put that is. I always get Discord and Steam buttons mixed up from my brain. I do not know why I do this. Where is my mouse? Where is my mouse? Oh, there's that. Cool. Just to move this over here.
Okay.
Hopefully, if I click that, yes, it all stays working. Fantastic. All right. And finally, I just realised I forgot to ask your name, my friend. What?
Daniel.
Daniel.
Iverson.
Apologies, sir. Next we have Daniel.
Okay. I'm Daniel Anderson. I am an absolute nobody. I'm particularly private, but otherwise I'm playing the character Pocky Sketch, a layers and liches enthusiast who wishes to get along with a new group here as she's going into a fuss, a session from across the way. Her fears are D4s and scheduling conflicts.
Awesome. All right.
You don't want to step on D4, so it is a legitimate fear. That
It is, yeah.
Nah, it's a legitimate fear.
Yeah, we all
She
feel it.
learned it.
All right. So that is the players. Let's begin.
This is the cat.
This is the cat.
He's the most important
Pause
character.
for a cat break.
He's the most important character.
This is the cat. He'll be making noises all the way through the stream, as he does every time we have any streams. He's going to be quiet at the moment, but he's probably going to make noise as soon as I put him back down again.
He keeps looking.
Staring into the eyes of the abyss.
Yeah, he does this. Okay, right. Alright, let's continue. So, as with anything we've ever done in Penis RPG Halloween specials, you've answered the request for work on the wall of a tavern. As you arrive, you are gestured to a small room at the back. As you sit down and make yourself comfortable, a youngish-looking dwarf swaggers his way in, walks up to the table and goes, "All right, you'll here work for me, aye?"
No, sir. I work for the Evening News. What's your name?
Boris.
Boris. And where do you live, Boris?
I live under the mountain.
Under the mountain?
Oh, this is so authentic. How? I'm getting chills.
Aye, okay. Let me just close the door. He just walks over, closes the door. You hear a click of a lock, and he walks back over and goes, "Right, now we can get down to personal business. Right, I need someone to go in and retrieve my wonderful, wonderful great aunt Gertrude's deeds to my land. Because wonderful, sweet, delightful old Aunt Gertrude has still got the deeds to the land, and we need to get them back.
Scribbling in my notebook this whole time.
Okay, very simple. I really like it, going in easy. Okay, so where exactly are the deeds then?
Well, they're on a person, you know. He sort of looks around a wee bit and he goes, "Are any of you familiar with the Tower of Ehderlewidis?"
How do you spell that?
Yes, I can. Just give me a second till I find the piece of paper and I can spell it. I have my notes so I can actually spell it for you.
You need to spell it phonetically, so that way, like, you know what the hell it sounds like,
right.
you know.
What would the fantasy alphabet be? E for entertaining. H for
Entertaining.
H for hat.
H for hat.
D for doon there.
E4. For doing there.
E for everything else. R for that'll do. L for
We're going through this all, aren't
she's
we?
looking around the room trying to see something beginning with L. L for the latch on the door. There we go.
Every time you say a word, Glob, who's just stood there, is like, Glob! Like, Glob?
Ah, okay.
Oh,
E for
Glob!
yeah, E for glob. There we go.
Glob!
W for
Glob.
wet things.
Glob.
I for D for the duck. Stuck on the wall. Aye, duck. I for
that was a duck. This is important information.
what did we have I for before? Something. Aye, something there.
Glob.
Aye. And S for salt. Salt. Aye.
Snap.
There you go. We've spelt the entire thing.
That was so off the 2 minutes.
Ehderlewidis.
Aye. I don't know what
I
it
should
is.
have just said that.
Well, I did, but let's move on. Great Aunt Gertrude has taken residence at Ehderlewidis, which is a health retreat for the rich type, as it were.
Lifestyles of the rich and famous.
Oh.
Well, you see, wonderful, beautiful, eccentric Great Aunt Gertrude only received the deeds because my great grandpappy believed that she was a wonderful woman. Let's just leave it at that.
I like the hook. This is all in character.
Just looking at AJ, just waiting for it.
Pocky then
Continue.
Okay.
okay. Pocky then just pulls out like a bag of crisps and like.
Right, well, I need you all to go into Ehderlewidis and get these deeds back. The only problem is that there's only 2 ways into Ehderlewidis. One is to be an eccentric, rich person.
Globby, globby, globby.
Right. Sounds great.
I don't see where the reference is coming from with this. The only other way is to be considered mad,
Globby.
as it supplements its income by taking the mad from nearby villages and curing them, as it were.
Alright.
So we have a small arrangement with Randolph the guard. He'll pick you up tomorrow, and he'll take you to Ehderlewidis, and you will be the latest drop-off for a set of madmen, as it were.
Undercover, you say?
Well, you can wear a sheet if you want. That's fine by me.
Ooh, I really love this. Okay, so what time exactly?
He goes, let's say about 7-ish.
You need to say the time, because some people might think, oh, it's like the crack of dawn, or maybe would like say, oh, it's noon. Like, it's a really big thing. You need to get exact times in.
What time does this inn open? I think this inn opens. The bar itself only opens at 7 because that's when he gets out his arse out of his bed. So aye, let's say 7.
Okay, great.
Glob will say like globby 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 and point to their hand indicating being paid up front.
Well, the payment will be in land because I'll have inherited the whole area, and once I inherit the whole area, you'll receive land.
Globby globby globby. People die from exposure on land. Something in return.
He sort of
Translate to a by the word rate.
he rummages through his pockets and pulls out a couple of coin, not much, maybe about 30-40 gold, and goes, I can give you this as a deposit if it makes a difference.
Glob will put their hand on it and like absorb it into them, but you can see the tracks they make just inside.
The coin's just gliding through and just making into a small stacking pile just in the middle of your chest.
It's like here.
Oh, your costume is so great! And then she just kind of like glides a hand across your slimy.
Oh no, you do that, the hand goes in.
Oh, okay, it's not a costume. It's not a costume. I'm sorry, I haven't met many plasma.
Globby.
I'm sorry. Like, is it like a pull situation? Is it gonna hurt you if I pull it out?
Glob.
Or what if I like shimmy it like this?
Oh, glob.
The dwarf's just watching this going like...
Globby.
Help me out here. I need some help.
Grab you by the arm and pull you out.
Very low.
Just like
As it all comes out.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah,
like...
You definitely have like a slight pink and yellow film all across you.
I can maybe use this as a character. Thanks for the inspiration.
It's my new puppet friend, Gloop Boy.
My companions for this venture will prove an odd couple.
Yes. It's like clapping. I'm sorry. Is that offensive? Sorry, I forgot to go over like.
I turn to AJ's character and I go globby, saying, "I don't appreciate this impersonation of me. Can I do the slander?"
Sorry. I forgot to go over like the safety roles of layering liches. So yeah.
Oh God. Okay. So he just looks at you all and just goes, "Right, well, I assume you adventure together a lot, so I assume this happens all the time." Staring at Delicious.
Oh no,
things like this are always happening.
Well,
Just read the newspapers.
the newspapers.
Yes, the newspapers.
Well, they don't tend to come to dwarven lands, but I will endeavour to find such a thing. Which one is it you're out for?
You do not think of a newspaper name. You do not think of one.
I'm a freelance. I write for whoever will pay me the most.
Globby, liar. Globby.
That's like your full story, and you haven't found of like a newspaper name. You need it like put into your wall building, man. Like
I'm hoping to sell my story to the highest bidder.
If you don't care about your own story, who else will? You need to put the effort in. Here,
I care about my story. And the readers will too.
All right. So he kind of looks at you all and goes, "All right. Well, do you need anything else from me?"
Yeah. Do you happen to know where to buy some kind of like expensive fabrics or something like that in town?
No nearby. No. I'll tell you what. I'll get Randolph to leave the ropes for you tomorrow. They'll be of some quality. You can have them.
And how do you spell your name, sir?
My name, B. Do I have to do the whole alphabetizing thing again?
No, it's fine.
I know the alphabet. You can just tell me.
My name is Boris Beerhammer.
Boris.
Aye.
Beerhammer.
Beardhammer.
How
Beardhammer,
tall
you
would
know,
say you are?
beard in the shape of a hammer.
Beard Hammer. Sorry, I wrote Beer Hammer.
Globby Globby. Globby asking about any particular protections around Aunt Gertrude that we should be aware of. Globby.
She's an old dwarf. She is in her 800s, I believe. Very old, very old dwarf. She was on her deathbed before she went to this place, so we thought she'd be dead by now. It's been about 10 years.
Oh. Globby.
It's nice that she's in good condition. Like, goodbye.
Well, you'd think the old bat would be dead by now, but apparently no. I mean, wonderful,
right.
Beautiful, great Aunt Gertrude.
Globby.
I do find most of our readers these days are from the older generation.
But you said that you work for different papers. How do you know this?
It just in general in the industry.
Oh, right.
My
okay.
voice seems to be changing. This was not on purpose.
Are you struggling to keep an accent there, AJ?
The children these days. Oh no, it's gone. Fuck it. It's shit. The children these days. No, carry on. Yeah, it's not coming back.
Globby.
Getting late.
That's what this dude just drops a facade first. Everyone going, look, I'm just an everyday person. I've just been keeping this accent up. I thought it was funny. Everyone liked it.
Look, I get it. It's like you can try to go for something and you're stuck with it for a while. It's fine. Just tone it down if you want to. Find the thing that feels comfortable, not right. You know? You get, yeah.
It'll come back. There it is. It comes and goes.
Okay.
Right.
So
I put out my hand to shake as an agreement that we're gonna go deal with Aunt Gertrude.
He just looks at the sort of gloop in front of him and goes, He just lightly taps it on the top and goes, there we go.
Oh, yeah, I switch it into a high five.
Right.
Globby!
and I just
He's just stands there,
slaps
just
it to his back.
trying to wipe his hand subtly on the table.
It's just
Globby.
great.
Alright, well, I wish she's all well, and Randolph will see you here tomorrow morning. If you see my brother at all, let me know. You can try and... He sort of went after Great Aunt Gertrude as well, but he's... we've not seen him or heard from him for a while. So if you see
What's
him
your
either,
brother's
let
name?
me know.
What's your brother's name?
Alexei.
Globby, because you
Lexi.
spelled that. Yeah.
Alexei, yeah, he's a massive dwarf, you know him. Tall as he is wide. Big feck off mohawk. Big mighty beard, lots of jewellery, lots of gold. Big war axe. Well, they had the war axe with him, but that's beside the point.
Globby.
This is all great descriptive work. It's saving some time later.
Globby.
And I can really tell his strength is improvisation. Like, I don't think anybody would have expected that coming in. That's it. Sorry.
Alright, well, I guess he'll see you tomorrow. Good night. He just slowly backs away, unlocks the door, slides it, and closes it behind him.
He locked the door with us in. We're not stuck in here with him. He's stuck in here with us.
Okay. So guys, you said like there's two ways to get in. I imagine, unless you want to think of another way. Like I know everybody likes breaking the game a little bit. So, he said either we could be nobles or we could be mad people, but we could also maybe sneak in or something else. What do you think?
Globby. So reminds that this person we're meeting tomorrow is taking us in as the second option of being mad people. That's what Randall was planning on doing.
I suppose. I just don't like railroading, you know?
Globby.
I like to come up with like my own things. Everybody does, I suppose. But hey, I imagine like this is maybe his first game or something. You seem very uncomfortable, so we'll go along with it. That's fair.
One of my companions seemed to be under the impression we were playing a game. Let's see how this plays out.
I really love the meta humor right there. That's amazing. Sorry, I should say character. I just haven't came up with a character. I wasn't sure if we had our sheets or anything. I have my sheets right here. And it just like brings out like a bunch of like tables and stuff like that.
I like the idea that AJ's playing a noir character. Occasionally, everything just stops and he just turns to the camera and goes, "She was a pretty dame, but I wouldn't know what would happen to her if she hadn't walked into my life."
I did think about plugging in my second camera because I'm running through Logitech things, so I do have an option I can switch sources, so I could switch to a second camera angle and talk to that with it in black and white, but I didn't do it. And
you do it
I
with-
kind of should
You
have
know we
done it.
missed a trick with that, AJ. We need to do that next time.
Yeah.
Like,
You
what?
shut up. You shut up. You missed
too
the
late
chance. I want to be part of that. Oh.
I can see if I can do it on the sly as we're going.
All right. Okay.
All right. So, the next morning, you all are standing outside this inn when this cart draws up with this very thin-looking man who's chain-smoking, and there's 3 people on the cart. As they sort of arrive, he shouts at the other 2 to get down. They start pulling people off the cart, ripping the robes off them and taking them down the back of the inn. 5 minutes later, there's just a pile of robes and some other guardsmen who look a bit more covered in blood than you'd like. And they're just standing there, and this man who's chain-smoking turns to you and goes, "Oh, you're the ones we're taking in?"
Are you
Globby,
Randolph,
globby.
sir?
"Yeah, good. Get the robes on, get in the cart."
Alrighty.
Okay.
"Don't worry about the blood, it'll wash off."
Sure it will.
Okay.
He just looks you up and down and says, "Are you writing my name down there? I don't appreciate this.
Your
wish to be
name,
stricken
height,
from
and
the
eye
record.
colour, sir.
I wish to be
Inquiring minds
stricken
want
from
to
the
know.
record. I don't wish my name to be recorded in this."
I can adjust it so we spell it R asterisk DOLF.
That's still a distinctive name for dwarf guy. Like,
This-
there's only so
I-
many dots.
I mean, I think people would still work out it with me if you spelled it asterisk asterisk.
Yeah, maybe just like replace some of the letters, or maybe use a pseudonym or some like dwarfy face. Sorry, I can't
Randy.
get the names on the fly. Sorry.
Would you go by Randy instead?
He just gives you a narrows the eyes and goes, "You want me to be Randy?"
Globby. And I give him a big hug.
He just moves his arms out and they're kind of like,
Hey, pass on space, but how do I pull you off? Like, what?
That's the question.
There we go.
Globby.
All right.
And I get in the cart.
You just see him just wiping himself, like
Is
sour face, just blip, blip.
as she pulls a bunch of tissues and just like throws them at him. I'm sorry about him.
And they're just leaving bits of tissue as he tries to rip them off.
Yeah,
and
it's
he's like,
very sticky. Yeah,
Sounds good.
get in the cart.
All right, you get in the cart. You start. It's Randolph. It seems to be a wizard next to him, and the other 2 guardsmen that you saw. You drive through there's a forest path. You're going through after a couple of minutes. The wizard stands up and begins chanting something, and on the left, the trees begin to part open and revealing another path that the cart takes to go up. And the trees seem to be closing behind you as you go along this path.
Ooh. Man, it might be his first name, but he's putting a lot into it.
What kind of trees are they?
They are it's your standard sort of like, yeah, why is it usually in like Lord of the Rings stuff? It was like was it not oak and something else usually in most of the
I just mean
forests.
like they're like deciduous or.
They're just big old trees.
God,
Delicious
I
rice,
don't know anything
big old
about trees apart from they have buds and shoots and leaves, but the song told me that once.
If I see delicious writing, I'll be like, Globby to
Something
ask for
bits and leaves,
ask for some parchment, and I will start drawing a picture of all 3 of us, but as
Okay.
stick figures.
I'm writing a lot, so I definitely give you some parchment.
oh, is that fan art? Oh, that's so good. Oh man.
Globby.
See, oh man, you really got my hair right.
Globby.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
And also, it really stick drawing about where we come from, but it's really fucking terrible. It's just like breeze, glob, run through glob, etc.
Nice. So, is AJ doing any notes about these character drawings that are being done?
Yes. Delicious Freshly is writing. Our journey was eventful and fast. He's not a good rider. The magic was soon upon us as the trees disappeared before our very eyes, while my globular companion drew the whole scene in minute detail.
Stick figures.
It's just a note to publisher. Please see attached drawing number one.
Drawing, figure 1.
Figure one.
Did Pokey get those materials Jeff talked about before? Or
Yes, yes. You got given
Okay.
the cloth from before.
Yeah, she's currently crafting just like some kind of like veil or something like that to make herself look fancy. She's playing she's planning to play out the mad person trope, but she thought, hey, it might as well show off some skill. Like, this is the group. I gotta show off my thing. Should I roll for that?
No, you should be able to do that fine without having to.
Right.
To us, you've what's your end goal with it?
She wants to make a very beautiful looking scarf. Just kind of like wrap it around her and just like play the look of a noble kind of thing.
Okay.
Acting as part of her character. She's currently forming the character of like a mad woman noble to get into this role,
Alright.
you know.
Okay. Cool. All right. So
What do you call your character? The noble.
Mad Winchess.
you can I cut out a little bit there?
You can't.
You can I cut out a little bit in the middle there?
Okay, you asked me to come up with a name all of a sudden, so I'm like...
I did. Yes.
Okay. Madame Madozine.
Dig it.
It's like... I don't know, man. I'm not good at improvising names. Names are horrible. Madame Madozine.
Or magazine. So I wrote
Magazine?
Madam Zine.
My mind is on the publishing industry at the moment.
Blah, blah, blah,
Madame Madozine.
blah, blah, blah,
She
blah.
is a noble woman of high esteem, fallen as a black sheep because of the illness of her mind. And she's just narrating this kind of like character profile as she's like sewing. It's like,
Delicious is kind of looking over your shoulder and sort of writing the same thing. Thinking, this is good, I can use this later.
Glob has read an article a long time ago by an actor called Joaquin Phoenix, and is currently sat there, like getting into character, like almost Joker style, like I don't know, so Glob Glob. Nothing has changed.
All right.
but
Okay. So you arrive at the. As you keep going through this path, eventually the trees sort of break, and you see this massive clearing. In the middle of this massive clearing is this huge glass tower, which starts. It's like a gigantic old tree. It's a massive glass tower that just stretches up, and there's lots of little towers at the top that just stretch out from it, like almost like branches. And through the middle, through the glass, you can just see this gigantic, like slightly pink, slightly purple coloured eye just constantly moving, like it's watching everything. And as you pull up in the cart, Randolph gets off and goes, right, well, come on, all of you, come down, get off, in you go.
Thank you, Randolph.
ciao.
Bob.
Alright. So you join the back of this small queue of people, and you notice in front of you that the three in front of you seem to go quite quickly, and then the last guy seems to be quite unhappy about going up, and he's like, no, and you just hear this very cheery voice going, hi there, do you need some help? Can we have some help, please? And these two orderlies just appear from nowhere and just one under each arm march him forward, hold his hand into this large what looks like machine, and you hear this as this massive clunk happens, and he seems to now have a big brass band around his wrist, and he goes, no, and he goes, oh, it looks like someone needs some hydrotherapy, please take him there. And they start frog marching him up these stairs, and then it turns to then she turns to the rest of you and looks at all of you and goes, hi there, can I help any of you?
You cut out just now, sorry.
Yeah, it's probably because of my high-pitched voice. Hi there, can I help any of you?
Yeah, we're not getting a lot of
It's
that.
cutting out, yeah.
Yeah.
It's because Discord doesn't like high-pitched voices ever. So I have to talk relatively normal when I want to do these voices. Hi there, can I help any of you?
Hello, checking in.
Checking in, wonderful. Right, you're mad, aren't you?
Quite mad, indeed.
Good,
What's
good.
your name?
Just put your hand in here. You just puts your hand through this machine, and then you just hear this. And again, you've got this massive gold bracelet around your wrist.
Ooh,
So if you just make your way over there, that'd be wonderful.
yeah, didn't scratch my wristwatch.
Oh, good. Hi there, can I help you? And she looks at Glob, and she's like, right, okay. Are you mad? You're muted, I think.
Oh no, it's just because I shouted too loudly.
Alright.
Globby!
Ah. That's fine. So she takes your hand, you hear the
Oh, I
ring,
give
the
her-
ring
I-
is still there, it's slowly travelling up your arm.
Globby! Globby, 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 globby! I give her a hug.
Just like over the counter.
Yeah, I try and give her a hug at least.
Well, I wasn't due for a bath for a week, but it looks like I am now.
Globby!
So, and then just turns to Madam Zin?
Madam Zin.
Zin, yes.
Hello there! I'm glad that
Beth,
you were
are
here to
you,
receive me.
Are you mad or are you eccentric?
Who could say? I straddle the line every day. I was suggested to come here, so maybe I'm mad this time around.
Oh, wonderful. Do you have any payments you wish to make before we give you your wristband?
Oh, of course. She like reaches into a bag and like puts down like what was it, like some kind of like medallion she made as an art project 2 sessions ago.
She just picks up,
It's
looks and goes, "Is this heirloom?"
I'll be like globby globby, and then I'll bring out some of the coins that I got given and give those instead, like in her hand, like globby.
she has to like
I
sift through the slime.
I see. I don't want to touch that, so that's fine. All right, come over here. She takes you over to a different one, and she puts your arm in, and you hear, and you have like what looks like some sort of bright silver bracelet around your wrist. As you walk over and compare it to Delicious's, it's definitely a different colour.
Delicious is picking up on the donation thing and goes, "Oh, I didn't realize this was working on tips." And I hand over $3 American.
She takes them, looks at them, and goes, "We don't accept Monopoly money."
I'll be like
It's
globby globby
monopoly.
globby, and I'll give
Fair
out
enough,
some of
but
the other
I think you'll
coins.
find we're on the golden standard, madam.
I'll give out some of the other coins I got given. So globby, and like point to Delicious.
Right, okay, well, I don't want to touch that, but I'm afraid you have to take it up with your mad friend. I don't want to touch any. I'm going to go on a break now.
Globby globby, and then I'll take all the money back. Like
Yeah. So she's moved like maybe about 10 of it and the medallion off the table, but the rest is just sort of stuck to the desk in front of her. I'm going to take a break now, Danielle. And she walks off.
Good job, Globson.
Other
Globson.
dwarf with the almost exact same pitch of voice comes up and goes, "Hello. You've all
Danielle.
been sorted. I'll see you later. Next, please."
is there a queue behind us?
Yes.
I get in the queue.
This was fun. Let's go again.
All right.
Make sure not to go too many times, Globson, please.
Globby 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 globby.
All right.
Globby.
After the 2 or 3 people behind you, you come back up and she goes, "Hi there."
Globby. Hand out my hand.
Okay, you just walk up, you just get a chung, chung again with your... So you've got a bronze bracelet going down the other arm now.
Yep. Is it 2 bronze? Sorry.
Yes, they're both bronze ones so far.
Oh,
And you're
globby.
just like... and you're just like walking around again, he goes, right there, well, enjoy your stay. And as you walk around, you see... Oh, if I can just find it, because I should have looked this up beforehand, because I'm an idiot.
Check. I've got two bronze ones.
Yep.
Delicious's was gold.
His is bronze and Madam's is silver.
Silver. Good to know.
So you see
Very
this
good.
very yellowish poster taking up most of one of the walls. It seems to explain where all the stairways go. But as you're standing looking around, in the middle of the tower itself is a massive... it's like a massive glass statue. Goes up with an eye in the middle that just keeps spinning round, looking in all directions. And from where you are, you look up and you can see every single ground wall and side wall is made of pure glass. You can see basically from where you are now to almost completely the top corner or the opposite side. All you see in every single room is a bed and a bucket. And there's hundreds and hundreds of rooms just all the way up the edges of this tower. But you can see basically into every single room from where you're standing.
Seems a little lacking in privacy.
Humanity.
And you also see several winding staircases, all of which have a small label next to them, as sort of ties into the thing I've just put up in the live game channel.
Oh, yeah.
So you
Ooh, okay. So we have.
Non-erratic timer?
So we've got north is hydrotherapy, east is the old tower, south is the sunshine tower, west is VIP only, southeast is day rooms, northeast is record rooms / animal storage, southwest is surgery, northwest is kitchens, and then ground floor is chapel, guards chambers, and reception.
So where do we know Goshu to be?
Well, we don't. We didn't really ask. We didn't ask questions.
At this point, the bell rings in the town, so it's hour 1. Where would you like to go?
Okay, so we need information, right?
Well, I turned to Delicious and be like, globby globby, going, you're the expert here.
always start in the records room. That's where the real dirt is.
Yeah, that's what
Globby
I thought too. I wonder why he's animal storage as well. That's a bit of an odd choice.
Globby globby
Answer
globby.
somewhere.
Yeah, globby globby. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it won't matter. So we'll go to records room, please.
Okay. So you go up to the northeast tower.
Yes, northeast records room and animal storage. Please.
Make your way up. The stairs just take you a good 5-10 minutes to get up there, and basically enduring to get to the top of them. And when you get to the top, you look, and from the left to the right, you see the following. The room in the far left seems to be full of what looks like sort of like dog-sized animals. There's a bunch of dogs, a bunch of sheep and goats and such like that just running around in quite a large grassy area, even though all the walls around are glass. Next to that is a massive bird enclosure. You can hear birds chirping, parrots chirping, all that kind of strange and wonderful sounds that birds make. Next to that, it looks like larger animals like horses, cows, and other sort of more exotic creatures that are just sort of wandering around again, quite grasslands. Next to that is a massive fish enclosure, which has got lots of several beautifully colourful fish from all over, just sort of swimming around a massive tank. Then next to that is a small door with Recker written on it. And finally, on the far right, there is what looks like some massive tanks containing several types of insects. And on top of them are hundreds of cats just sleeping on the warm tanks. As you sort of look around, a man with a clipboard walks over and goes, "Hello, can I help you?"
Hello there, sir. We're here to look at the records room. And also to ask you how you got those horses up the stairs.
Oh, we haven't revealed our secrets. You know, to make horses pocketable.
You sure?
Someone
It'll be
does.
in the paper.
Oh, the paper. Well, my aunt would love that. I could get filing my name in the paper.
So what is your name, by the way, sir?
My name is Samuel.
Samuel. And where do you live, Samuel?
I live in the Tower of Ehderlewidis.
Samuel, who lives in the Tower of Ehderlewidis, had this to say.
Hello, Auntie Maureen.
Hello, Auntie Maureen.
I finally made it to the paper. Have you seen my cat? He's wonderful. I hope you're well. And ask Uncle Derek how he's doing.
been writing all this down, like, yeah.
Oh,
Bobby?
and ask Great Aunt Sally. I'd love to see Great Aunt Sally again. It's been a while. Oh, and can you say to my friend Tim that he still owes me five gold?
It's gold.
Fantastic. Oh, and while you're writing that down, could you please, can you tell my story a bit, you know, tell how wonderful life is in the tower and how much I love my job?
Of course. Life in the tower is...
I mean, could
Something to
you
be
maybe
wondered
spread it
at.
to a whole page? They could have a page in the paper. That'd be wonderful, you know. I could
Yeah,
maybe tell you some more
annual
stuff.
centerfold.
Maybe 2 pages, you know, a double thing, or maybe even 3. It'd be nice.
It's a bit tough to do 3.
Oh, well, you know, I'm sure you could work it for me, you know, friends and
I try and
friends.
cut in and be like, globby, as in, what's your role here to help with the interview?
I'm a facilitator. Do you have any fears that require any sort of gestures to any of the creatures around the room?
Globby.
Animals.
Not that I can see, no, unless you've got some kind of zeppelin hidden up here.
Animals here. Oh, I know. Do any of you have a fear of He sort of looks around a little bit and leans in and goes, big sheep.
No, but I mean, how big of a sheep are we talking here?
Oh, come with me, my friend. You're in for a treat. He just takes you to the side room, off to the dog and sheep enclosure, and along and into a small room, and you hear the sound of something large and angry in a sort of adjoining room. He goes, right, you just have a seat here, friend. You're in for a treat. He sits you down. He just casually starts doing strats as if he's not unused to doing it for everyone. Right, you just stay there. I'll go and let it out. Just don't look it in the eyes. And he pulls a massive lever, and this gigantic, like twice as big as a horse sheep, just wanders towards you, going.
Globby.
Size of a pullover you can make with this one.
Oh, by the way, I like to say that my character Pocky kind of stayed behind near the records room while those guys went off with the sheep.
Fine.
Okay, can she like look through the records? I might as well get through your part fast.
All right. Well, while they're off looking at the big sheep, you walk in towards the record room. You open the door, and as soon as you open the door, there's a shriek from the room itself. And as you push open the door, you hear, "You little red bastards! Get off my stuff! Get off! Get off!"
Okay, what do I see in the room?
You see looks like middle-aged man wearing a robe, jumping up and down on the floor, while it looks like hundreds and hundreds of ladybugs are just like crawling everywhere over all the stuff around him.
Okay. Did he notice me?
No, he doesn't notice. He's too busy shouting and throwing things at small insects, like
Okay,
hurling books across the room to try and hit them.
Okay, as his back is turned, I'm just going to quickly shuffle inside and around in the cabinets, file cabinets.
There are what looks like walls and walls of like bookshelves with about 10 books per shelf, and they seem to be numbered by year.
Ooh, okay, so I'll look for one that was 10 years ago when Gertrude came in.
Okay. So there's a shelf with 10 books on it from that year. Do you want to take a random one, or do you want to take a particular one?
I want to use illiteracy to look and find the right book for the particular time he said. I hope that I wish I asked him specific dates.
All right. You can roll literacy if you want.
Okay, let's go.
If you want to use a dice bot, you've used dice bot in the star before, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. Go on. It's
All the bots changed a little while back.
yeah, they did. I had to add new bots, but yeah, it's exclamation mark roll, and then it should be
Exclamation mark roll.
exclamation mark roll, and then space. Yeah, and then it will see commands actions. It's slash roll, sorry, and then you just choose one of the 3 slash roll commands, and then just put dice in it,
1d20,
and then roll.
1d20 plus 4. I believe. Yeah, that's ints. And let's go.
Yep. Cool.
12.
You look around, you find that there's about 3 that could be roughly in the area you're looking for.
Right. I take the middle one
Okay.
and just quickly flick through it. Is it alphabetical or just year based
It's
chronological?
basically year based as come as sort of people turn up, they just get put in the book.
Okay, I quickly look for Gertrude then.
Okay. Roll literacy again.
Okay, here we go. Man, okay, roll 20 plus 4. Today is not my day, then.
No, that's fine. You skim through, the script is so tiny and so neat that you just can't seem to, it all sort of blurs after a couple of pages and you don't seem like you're taking much of it in.
Like Dr. Scrawl.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Okay,
Very good.
okay, in that case, I'll just take the 3 books and stuff them into my blouse.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right, and I'll just saunter off, leaving the ladybug-stricken man behind.
Yep, that's fine. He is continuing just to jump up and down and scream at the bugs all that are crawling everywhere.
Alright.
Alright,
Closing the door behind me, I'll leave off for whatever happened with that sheep.
Okay, so we cut back to the big sheep. So Delicious has had this massive sheep wander around him for the last couple of minutes, and then there's a sort of weird sound like a small like tinkling bell in the other room, and the massive sheep turns around and wanders back into the other room, looking confused at the object that's dropped from the ceiling, and then the sort of panel shunks back down again, and and Samuel reappears, going like, "Hey, it's terrifying, isn't it?"
Well, it's certainly is a prize specimen.
Yeah.
How much would you say it weighed?
Oh, easily a couple of kilos, yeah.
Oh, probably a bit more than that.
Well, maybe you could put in the paper about how wonderful my weight guessing skills are. That'd be a nice thing to do. You could do
will,
that
yeah.
as well.
Samuel, the facilitator at the Ehderlewidis Tower, says he can guess an animal's weight to within 100 kilos.
Oh, sounds wonderful. It's quite an impressive title. I like that.
Of course, yeah.
Whilst Delicious is sort of distracting our facilitator, Globby is sort of wandering around, releasing the animals from the tower. Globby! Globby!
Okay, guys, I got the book. Oh, are we doing the chaos thing? Are we doing the chaos escape?
Globby, Globby, Globby.
Oh, this is so great. Okay, let me help you. And she helps you.
I point to the tank of insects and the sharks. I'm like, Globby, 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 indicating that you should do those ones.
All right.
All right.
Man, all of these illusions are so great. I need to talk to the guy about where he gets his stuff.
Globby, 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 Globby.
Okay.
For huge manatees.
Sheep.
Manatees,
sheep.
yeah. We've got one of them. Do you want to see it?
Globby,
Definitely
Globby,
not.
Globby, 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 Globby,
She does.
Globby, Globby.
All right.
Wait.
Stand in the door.
You just sort of, as you're looking out, all the animals are sort of just mingling. They don't seem to be annoyed with each other, just mingling now. There's this huge, like, sort of collection of dogs and sheep and cows and pigs and all sorts just wandering around together. And
And insects.
the insect one is all let out and they're just all flying everywhere now. Though the cats are just indifferent to it because the cats are like, well, the warm thing is still there, so.
Yeah, exactly.
I expected more chaos, honestly. I guess maybe it's like a plot hook. Like, oh, why are these animals so docile and stuff?
I say Globby, Globby, because I point to you saying, because you've not released the shark yet.
I mean, like, they die, though. That's a little bit much, isn't it?
Globby! Chaos. All things die.
Yeah, you're right. I need to be more chaotic evil in these things. It's not like an instinct. It kind of feels like a dick if you do that. I don't know.
Globby, 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 indicating that I'm chaos, chaos. There's no such thing as good or evil.
I'm not sure exactly that's rule sufficient, but you know what? Hey, it's a game. You should be who you are. She helps. There is definitely not a quick release hatch for the fish tank.
There's not an obvious one, but there is a massive hammer lying nearby. You could use that if you wanted.
I step several feet back.
Yeah, even Delicious, who's still talking to Samuel, sees a massive hammer sat next to a giant tank with sharks in and says, well, do you mind if I have a look around, Samuel?
Oh, yeah, no problem. Just ask if you need anything. I just need to go and make sure the sheep's, docile again.
Right. Have you got any kind of safety cages around here? I'd be interested to see.
Safety?
see
What for?
Well, in case animals and things run amok and you need to hide from recently released shark.
Oh, well, sharks need to be in the water. They can't get anywhere else.
That's true. They have to keep swimming or they drown.
Yeah, I knew that. I think. Oh, you could put in the paper about how much I know about sharks. Yeah, you do
Samuel,
that.
the facilitator and shark enthusiast and weight guesser of the Tower of Ehderlewidis, really wants to know
going to be so
what is,
proud. I'm going to have so many pages about me. It's going to be wonderful.
This is going to be quite the edition. Might have to do a second printing.
Could you call it the Samuel edition?
Oh, we could.
Oh, that'd be wonderful. Yeah, then my aunt would be like, oh, that's Samuel. He's on the front page and everything. Could you put a picture on the front page?
We can try.
Oh, wonderful.
I hand over a drawing I've done of them as they've been talking figure 2.
Oh, wonderful.
What do you think of this one?
Just looks at the stick figure and goes, oh, that's wonderful. You've even caught me eyes.
Bobby! So you said the sheep, the big sheep, is hidden behind some sort of contraption, some sort of door.
Yes, it's behind
right?
a big metal wall.
Oh, boo.
There's a big switch in the wall you can pull if you want.
1,000%, yeah. And also, they're sort of talking about gloppy, 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 gloppy. Walk away.
You release the giant sheep. It just charges out into the outside and just wanders around, going like, "Oh, there's grass here," and just starts eating the grass. And all the other animals are just like, "The fuck is this?"
Then Puppy proceeds to smash the shark cage.
Okay.
Hide behind the mega sheep.
There is a loud rumbling as this massive shark cage, shark pen, is shattered, and water starts flooding the area. Hundreds and hundreds of fish are like rolling around. As the water drains through the floor through a couple of small holes, as it seems to be pouring through, you just see hundreds of fish just left flopping around.
This kind of thing happen often.
At this point, Samuel comes in and goes, "Oh, it's happened again." Oh well. I'm just going to order more fish now.
Is there any sign of Gertrude anywhere? It just so happens to be in, I don't know, the tank or anything like that.
Yeah, she was swimming with sharks. That was her fear. No, there's no sign of Gertrude.
Okay, we proceeds to put down the hammer and thanks for the time.
Oh well, guess I better start clearing these up then. And he just goes into a room, pulls out like a Hessian bag and sort of putting these flopping fish into it, going, "Oh well, at least the kitchens will be happy for a day."
Maybe I should get a fish. She drags one of the fish that's a good foot and brings it with her.
Okay.
This could be useful.
We shall speak to you later, Samuel. I'll put in a good word about how you were unbothered and unshaken by the sudden
could you put some
explosion
wonderful
of aquatic life.
Put some things in about how I'm an overworked servant that clears up all the fish. Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah.
We can a second story here about the plight of the worker in today's.
A second paper. I'd love a second paper about me.
Second paper. Well,
when will it get published, by the way?
Well, as soon as we can. We'll go straight to presses.
Oh, all right. Well, I need to tell my aunt to buy the paper then. I'll have to remember to do that.
I can put that in the paper. She'll know.
Oh, yeah. Tell my aunt to buy the paper in the paper. That'd be wonderful. Yeah.
Of course.
Oh, this guy.
What a scoop.
At this point, you hear a commotion from downstairs and the bell ringing again. Where would you like to go now?
Okay, well, first of all, we should probably look into books. I give us a book each of the three. It's all right, I got these. This should help us figure out. We're outside, so the room, which is in the hallway or something.
The key to good research is knowing where to look.
The book slowly goes through my hands.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Grubby.
Should I put it on the floor on the desk?
Grubby. So you should take care of it.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
So what kind of check would this be to look through the book? Is this
Literacy.
or...
Yeah.
Once more literacy. I'm probably rolling high. I need to roll higher for 2 bucks.
I guess it's literacy, right? Or
God damn it! Okay,
so that's
I rolled
6.
Yep. Okay, did I start my night for rolls?
You definitely like. There's already goop on it, so it's probably like taking a bit of the
Yeah, it's like
Link's ink away. Yeah.
Oh, a natural 20.
Hey!
Delicious finds a couple of entries that have Gertrude on them. There is a Gertrude. What's the name? There is a Gertrude Snowflather. There is a Gertrude Beardhammer. There is a Gertrude Perkins. There is a Gertrude Gertrude, and there is a Gertrude. What's the other one? I can't remember the other one. So just the 4 Gertrudes.
What's the name of our Gertrude?
Well, we're looking for Gertrude Beardhammer, presumably. But, I'm a little intrigued by Gertrude.
Globby globby.
Right, well, Gertrude apparently is a rich person there for some sort of surgery.
Oh, globby globby. Glob will point to the West Tower, which is VIP only, and point to Madam Madskin and be like, globby globby, globby 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 globby. Like pointing so that you can definitely go in there, but me and Delicious won't be able to go in there, possibly.
So we talk our way in.
Just so you know, that was information for Gertrude.
Oh.
Ah.
Where's Gertrude Beardhammer?
Gertrude Beardhammer. I was just because you said that I'm interested in this one as well. That's why I told you that one first. Gertrude Beardhammer is.
I do want to know because like she's so Gertrude they named it twice.
Yeah.
But,
I suppose that hurts. Like I could definitely get in with my acting skills. I think. Yeah.
Gertrude Beardhammer is hydrotherapy and leech therapy.
Oh, lovely.
what constantly?
That's when she first came in, right?
Okay.
Yes.
It's true. You're looking at records from 10 years ago.
Globby.
Hydrotherapy isn't here. Oh wait, no, north. It's north.
Globby.
Perhaps we should look at hydrotherapy. She may
Globby.
have drowned by now, but
Are you sure that Gertrude would be kind of interesting?
Globby, globby. That's for a different side mission.
You know
we
what?
need
Yeah.
a wider picture of this whole operation for my story.
We can't go off the rails. Fair enough. It's just first game. We should be more understanding. So, to the north then.
Globby.
Okay. So you head down the stairs and then up the stairs to the North Tower.
You know, I need to tell him less stairs. Like it's kind of boring with nothing in between. Like stairs are kind of. I love the set design, but jeez.
Stairs are played out at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he needs to throw in a good elevator. I hear elevators are all the thing right now.
Especially glass ones.
I read a story about someone with a glass elevator.
What happened to him?
Oh, I can't remember. I can't remember.
Glob looks up at the sky. Ah!
Can't remember how that one ended. Did they go to space?
Globby, globby.
Been a while.
We're not sponsored by Willy Wonka.
Right, so you get to the top
on
of
my paper.
you get to the top of the North Tower. Again, you see from left to right. You see first of all, you see a room with what looks like some sort of large dunk tank, and someone frantically sitting above it, shaking their head violently, and occasionally they just get dunked and then slowly pulled back up on rotation, and they just seem to start violently shaking again as they're again dunked back in again. Next along to that are some large, like gigantic brass tanks. There are one or two people who have just got their heads poking out of the front of it, and their whole body seems to be contained in these large, gigantic brass tanks. And you also see a couple of the. They look like the old like gas tanks, the massive big gas tanks that are for sensor deprivation. So there's a couple of them at the back. Next to that is
Like iron lung type things.
Yeah. Next to that, there's a massive circular dark water pool. Now the water is pitch black, and even from here, it looks deep. Even from just looking from the room away, it looks deep.
So, like, is this actual therapy? Because I've never been there before. Or is this like opt for like the setting?
Sure,
This is lots of different types of therapy.
No, that's Pokey like asking the other two.
The last two types of rooms, one has got two massive, again, brass tanks. One is constantly emitting steam, one is constantly emitting the kind of smoke you get from being freezing cold. And finally, in the last sort of area, there are like hundreds and hundreds of bathtubs, ranging in quality from, you know, very rusted tin bath all the way up to, you know, enamel with gold pits on them baths. And there are various people seeming to be soaking in baths. And off to the side there is what looks like it's like a massive, like almost like a loom, but it's got like a white sheet at the bottom and just sort of lying out as if it's waiting for it's just lots of sheets below it as well. And as once you get to the top, someone walks over and goes, "Hello there, can I help you?"
Oh, of course. You see, our friend, Gertrude Beardhammer happens to be going through therapy right now.
Gertrude Beardhammer. He takes out a clipboard and looks through it and goes, yes, she's over there. And he points into the bath area, and as you look over, you see about halfway along through the room, you see one of the bathtubs is full of this gigantic dwarven woman. As wide as the bathtub itself.
How tall is the gigantic of a dwarf exactly?
She basically looks like about maybe just over a meter by a meter by a meter, like a proper, like, gigantic, like very blocky, as wide as she is tall.
You just stack dwarfs on top of each other, kind of thing.
An absolute unit, yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Thank you very much.
No problem.
What's your name and what do you do here?
I'm Clarence. I'm just standing today because someone's ill.
Stand-in hydrotherapist.
Yeah.
Are you happy in your job?
Well, not really, but I was happy before I had my teeth pulled out.
Well, at least you're gainfully employed.
Well,
the economy is on the up and up.
Yes, I use the teeth machine.
I sort of go grubby.
Not understand.
Yeah, I say grubby to like explain.
Your teeth are missing. I can't talk properly.
Right, okay.
Robbie.
How did you lose your teeth, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, it turns out I have saved the dentist.
Globby?
He found out he had a fear of the dentist.
Okay.
Oh, Globby!
It was quite a thick voice.
Yes.
Yeah, well, at least you don't have to go see the dentist anymore.
Globby?
Well, I still have one tooth left. And he opens his mouth to reveal a single fang just off to the side.
What do you call that one?
Hope.
Hope?
Oh,
I
I love it.
I do a drawing. It's exactly the same drawing as before, with Delicious talking to this person, but there's a fang.
Figure 3. Terrence the stand-in hydrotherapist and his great hope for the future.
Copy.
Right.
Hello.
I point. I sort of look to Delicious and our other friend. Then we go, Robbie, and point to our prize.
Yes.
Globby. Should I go
Yes,
over?
yeah, sorry, that's what I was saying. Yes, let's go.
Oh, no, sorry. I'll clarify. Globby, should I just go over, or shall we go over?
We'll go over together. I might as well.
Globby. And so, as to go over together, I go, Globby! and run over, and if I can, spill things as I go.
Yep.
Like, turn
Everything
knobs.
slows down and there's just
Yep.
the sort of splashing effects from you running through the wet ground.
Yep.
Oh, Glammy! What did he say about Parcel Space?
Yeah. And then this carry on, like, yeah. If anything, I'll get to where Gertrude was pointed to, and then continue on. Taken in by the chaos.
The floor's slippery, and And so are you.
Yeah.
You try and stop suddenly and just keep sliding past her.
Have you ever seen a plasmoid just slip on a wet floor?
You just hear,
It's
you
quite
just,
the
you
day
just hear
here
this
in
old
the
woman
hypothermia
voice
room.
just go, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah.
Lovely's exploits drew stares from bystanders, and everybody agreed they'd never seen a plasmoid do that before.
I say from the far end.
Sliding away with a thumb up.
Causing a distraction should you need it. How's that?
Okay, we just go up to Gertrude and then. Oh, hello, are you Gertrude Beerhammer?
Oh, hello, dearie. Yes, yes, I might be. Wait, I might be. Why are you here?
Oh, we're just friends of a friend of a friend of a relative of yours, so to speak.
Oh, you're from my money-grabbing family, are you?
Yes.
Well, they're not getting the deeds. They can go away.
Okay.
That's fair enough. But we're just wondering, what are you doing with the deeds then?
I don't care where they are anymore, dearie. I'm here enjoying my life.
If you don't care, then why would you care about them not getting
Because
anything?
they're all selfish bastards, dearie. I'd rather I just kept it with me till I die and it goes to the donkey sanctuary or something.
Your sanctuary, eh? Tell me more
Yes, they
about
look
this
after
donkey
donkeys.
sanctuary.
You hear globby globby saying there's a bunch of asses from the other side of the room.
Good night, everybody.
Bobby, language. Okay, we understand that you don't particularly like your relatives. That much is clear.
Oh, I don't
like
mind
me-
them, dearie. I just think they're all selfish pricks.
That's fair. That's fair. Could you do it as a favor for us then, or we could do a favor for you?
A favor,
someone?
dearie. What kind of thing do you have in mind?
Okay. Well, we don't know much about you yet, so I can't offer anything. But is there anything particularly that you're missing here in this
I have
establishment?
everything I really need, dearie. I mean, I've got hot water. I've got baths.
You see the big chief?
Pulls some of the hair back on her arm, and you see that she's got massive leech marks all over her arm. She goes, "My blood's looked after very well." I mean, I miss company, I suppose, but only, that kind of company. And she looks at Delicious up and down and winks.
Well then,
Well, madam.
by the way, are you alright with us, seeing you as a bonding shop? Yeah.
I don't wear clothes anymore, dearie. I'm done with that part of my life. I mean, I was told to wear restrictive clothes for years. Apparently, a dwarf has to be seen in them. Now, I don't wear anything. I just sort of dry naturally. Don't even use towels, dearie.
Delicious is writing.
That's very interesting.
I'm making my back way over to where Delicious is, and I hand over possibly the most inappropriate picture, figure 4, which is just her.
Let's take a look at this.
Yeah, it doesn't match up at all. I turn
What
it
kind
over.
of paper do you think I put
turn
in
it
here?
because it's upside down. Yeah.
Oh, that's even worse.
Okay. So
But I appreciate the artwork. Trust me, I appreciate it. But I feel we're going to run afoul of some kind of obscenity laws with this kind of illustration.
Oh, globby globby takes it back.
No. It's art of the highest caliber.
Somewhere in the corner of your mind, you just hear someone say, "Just draw Spider-Man in the corner, then we can print it."
Okay, so we need to find some. Okay, do you mind if we speak to each other just for a moment?
Well, how am I going to stop you, dearie?
That's fair. That's fair. It's just polite to ask. Okay, so how exactly are we going to do this? Leans in how exactly are we going to do this? She seems pretty content, unless we want Delicious to go on a date with her. Delicious?
Yeah, globby globby. Do you consent to going on a date with this lady?
It's entirely fair if you don't want to.
Journalistic integrity requires I stay apart from the story. But on the other hand, she is quite an imposing woman.
Globby globby. I offer to be a chaperone. as a witness to testify your integrity.
Yeah. We'll be witnesses to your utmost integrity.
Globby, we'll be on a separate table.
No, what I'm saying is I can't let it affect the story.
Oh, Globby.
Nice.
We'll write the story.
Don't get me wrong. I'm interested.
Oh.
Okay, why don't you not interview her then? Just like leave her out like an anonymous source.
I sort of bring them in close and I go, Globby, saying, why not on the date, we, pointing to me and our friend, we can go search her rooms for the deed and just take it without her knowing. And be like, Globby, delicious, you are the distraction.
Yeah, but she doesn't know where the deeds are. She doesn't know where the deeds are, though. You said that, right? Or did I miss?
Nope, she doesn't know where the deeds are.
Yeah.
So you're saying going on a date would not compromise the story whatsoever.
Globby.
Yeah.
You do you, delicious. You do you.
Well,
Globby. Like, good luck.
At the very least, you'll be able to get a lead into where maybe the deeds are. Otherwise, we'll go off and such where we can.
well, I'm sure she's like a lovely lady who's just in need of some companionship. I will see what she says.
I was like, Globby, maybe look up the other brother, maybe like speak to him. Like, does she not have like a secret close confidant that she might be able to pump her for information, and then I don't finish the sentence. It's quite obvious. Like, Globby.
Hey,
Globby.
it's a little weird if you just ask that. Like, you need to be in a particular environment where people are comfortable, you know. So it's a little much.
Yeah, but then I'm like, Globby.
So I turn back and to mind me asking, Lady Beardhammer, what are you doing for dinner this evening?
Oh, dearie, I don't know what I'm doing for dinner. I barely even remember lunch.
So you wouldn't be averse to an evening of wining and dining in this establishment? What kind of food does this establishment serve?
Oh, it's lovely slop, dearie.
Slop.
Don't even need to put your teeth in for it. It's lovely.
My days as a newsie.
I nudge Delicious and be like, Globby, they've got a lot of food on the menu now thanks to our exploits earlier.
I've heard there's a fish special tonight.
I've never been a fan of fish, dearie.
Well,
You can't suck it up with a straw. It's not my
I'm
thing.
not setting the menu, I'm just saying what's on it.
Well, what?
But would you care to dine together? Is what I'm saying. That's my main point.
Oh, that's fine, dearie.
Good. I'll pick you up at 7, shall I?
Oh, sure, dearie. Yeah, that's a good couple of hours. I can enjoy the rest of my bath.
I nudge Delicious like, Globby, go now! Why wait? Go now!
Why not a mid-afternoon? How would you be opposed to early evening dining? Perhaps
I
instead?
suppose I could get up now. You hear the splush sound. She climbs out the bath. It's just a massive, quite a lot of wrinkles and a lot of body hair. And she just starts like squeezing bits of her hair and random parts of her for the water to come out. And then she sort of shakes her legs a little bit and goes, right, dearie, I'll just wander down to my room. You can join me whenever you want.
I will see you there shortly. I look forward to it.
Okay, do you know where you're going, dearie?
No.
Room 304.
304, they say.
And she just trudges off, leaving wet footprints behind as she goes.
I shout, Globby, which tower? Globby!
Oh, just downstairs, dearie.
Oh, Globby!
There might be only one room 304.
It's just one room. There's no other room.
Okay, that was a little bit real. I'm gonna have to talk about boundaries with like a layer master after this. I'm gonna be honest.
Big Globby. They're consenting. Globby.
I suppose. All right.
So you,
okay,
you hear the bell going. What do you want to do now?
What's that bell, by the way? Is it just like on the every hour thing?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Takes an hour to organise a date for Delicious. That's
Organize it properly.
Okay, so
we've got the old tower, the Sunshine Tower, VIP only, day rooms, surgery, kitchens, chapel, and then chapel, guard chambers, reception.
yeah, the records room I would have figured might have had some old records or deeds from the old.
Well, we've already been there though.
Yeah, that's how we found out that she's in hydrotherapy.
That's the only place I could think about where deeds would be, but it only has like records of where they come in. So
Any other information in that book about like sort of hydrotherapy? Was there anything about surgery at all? Or I've just made that up.
it was
There is a
hydrotherapy
surgery
and
in the
leech
southwest.
Mm.
I've got a date to go on. I don't know what.
I mean, you can go on your day. That's no problem.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to keep her waiting.
No, I don't want you to keep her waiting.
She doesn't seem like she's got long left. Although,
She might not remember you by the time you get down there.
Delicious is pretty memorable. The only man in this place in a full suit.
Oh.
I
guess we could like check out a random place and maybe poke around.
Where would you suggest? Globby Globby, where would you go?
Either one of either towers of the old tower or the Sunshine Tower, or maybe we'll try VIP only.
Globby Globby, you'll be able, probably more chance of getting to the VIP only. So shall we split up? Globby Globby?
Sounds good. I'll check out VIP and you can pick one of the towers.
No, you need to stay together as a group for these things.
Fair enough.
Boo!
You know what?
Globby Globby, I shout at the DM. Boo!
You know what?
Globby Globby.
He has a point. That's kind of like, if we break up too much, it's a lot of stress to the DM, LM, and it's like, you gotta have a little.
Wait, who are you talking about? Globby Globby.
The flags in the sky.
For the fourth wall. All right. So, shall we attempt then VIP?
Yeah. We'll attempt VIP. I think. Yeah.
Okay. So myself and Polly will go and try VIP, leaving Delicious up to.
Yeah, I mean, if we all go together, how am I going to do this date? Am I just disappearing for an hour or two?
You can have you disappearing for an hour if you want. Do you want to disappear for an hour?
Seems like a leading question. I mean, I want to talk more with. I mean, we'll see here.
I mean, we're very happy to come with you, but.
Well, I thought this was the plan. We're kind of. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm happy to go elsewhere. I'm happy if we wanted to check out somewhere else.
Tell you what, let's follow the lead. We'll go with you on your date.
Okay, that'll be the ground floor then.
Right, we trudge down to the ground floor.
Yeah.
Right. Are you going straight to her room? Are you going to observe where she's going? What are you going to do?
I guess follow her.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
See where she's off to.
Okay, you follow her down. She just goes down, then along one of the sort of room, along one of the sort of corridors to the rooms. It's a corridor, you can see everything because it's all glass, and she goes into another random room. All there is in that room seems to be a bed and a bucket, and again she just starts doing stretches by the bed.
There's no possible effects in there whatsoever.
No.
Well,
I bend over to Delicious and be like, Globby Globby, have we got the right Gertrude?
yeah, this is the right Gertrude.
Globby Globby, Globby Globby, are you sure it's not Gertrude?
Gertrude, famous for how forward she is.
She said she agreed that she knew that her family were grubbing for her deeds, so I imagine yes, it's the right Gertrude.
I mean, at the very least, I could ask her some more questions.
Yeah, try to lead into that a little bit. I imagine like she wouldn't want to bring up more about her family since she clearly doesn't care for them.
I've got some questions I could ask. Yeah.
Okay.
Globby Globby. Yep.
Okay, I knock on the door.
Right, we'll just be
Hello,
on the
dearie.
table
Come in. I'm
nearby.
just stretching.
Good to see you so active in your
Oh, I don't have to worry about STDs anymore, dearie. I'm dying soon.
that was not the route I was going down, but it's good to know.
That's the joy of getting old, dearie. You don't care anymore.
Well, should we go to dinner?
Oh, I thought we were just going to get started, dearie.
Well, that's ooh,
Miriam Margulies,
this is
hello.
getting hot under the collar here.
Should we turn away? All the glass rooms are kind of making me self-conscious now.
Well, I'm a little bit peckish. I thought the hydrotherapy not work up an appetite for you too.
Lying in a bath does, I suppose, make me supple.
Again, it's not really what I asked, but I feel like the art of conversation is lost these days. Everybody's, these teenagers with their TikTok and their
I
Tinder
don't like those
boxes
clocks,
and-
dearie. They're so noisy.
Yes, yeah. Look,
They have
the
cuckoos
clockwork
in them as
industry
well. I
is
never
going
liked
too
them.
far, too fast, and I've always said this. And the Tinder boxes and everything, it's
Yeah,
nobody talks anymore. Why don't
nobody talks. I suppose you're right, dearie. Well, maybe we should go to dinner then. I suppose we should go over there.
Yes, I sort of hold out like the crook of my arm, like shall we?
I suppose so, dearie. Just to sort of, you see her physically sort of go, just walk over and take your arm and start walking outside.
Look, I'll buy me dinner first.
Yeah. And I have a quick look around the room. Is there anything in the room at all? Obviously,
There's
some buckets.
nothing in the room. There's a bed and there's a bucket in the corner. That's about it.
Anything under the mattress? I'm not in there.
Yeah, no.
We check under the bed. Anything in the bed? No.
Literally a very simple straw bed with nothing under it.
I look in the bucket and go, globby globby. Give it 5 minutes, globby globby, and then follow everyone else out.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, so we get a table in the dining area.
All right. You go to where would the dining area be? Probably downstairs. Yeah. You go to there's a sort of area next to the reception, which seems to have a sort of small cafeteria sort of section, and you get yourself a bowl of slop each. A few loudly begins to suck it up through a metal straw.
Globby globby, push it away. Globby globby, not hungry.
Is there any cutlery?
There is cutlery, yes. You notice that the only thing she has next to her is a spoon. It's two spoons, and you sort of look at them, and she goes, "Oh, that's in case I find any lamps, dear. I just sort of squish them."
Everyone's got their own technique when it comes to slop lumps, and yours is one of the more effective that I've heard of.
Oh yes,
I tend to I go with just the spoon method myself, and just.
I like to spoon.
Rely on
Dearie.
the old chompers. Have you met Terence? He's only got one tooth.
Lovely. Yes, he's a lovely boy, but I can't get past the lisp.
Yes, I was having a bit of trouble myself. So tell me, Gertrude, can I call you Gertrude?
Why wouldn't you?
Wow, yes.
I mean, I'm not a Kirsty. I was once called a Sharon, I remember once, back in the old days, but I soon corrected that.
Do tell, what happened?
Well, they called me the wrong name, and I corrected them, dearie.
Oh, gotta stop that up before it's, yes. So what brought you here to...
I was dying, dearie, and I had all money, and I thought I would extend my life and enjoy my last twilight years.
Extend your life, you say? How do I go about
Well,
doing that? What's
healthy
the
eating,
inside
lots
scoop?
of, she sort of looks at the gloop in front of her and goes, lots of soup.
Soup.
And I found as well, not wearing clothes helps a lot, dearie.
Wow, couldn't hurt.
Can I, the soup, can I use alchemy to see what it is? Okay.
Interesting.
Sure. Yeah, what does it taste like? I've been kind of I've had a couple of
It
bits
tastes like slightly spiced sawdust.
Fucking hell, that's a... so it was 4.
4, you say.
Wow.
You look at it, you sort of pour one bowl into another just to see the consistency. It's very thick and slightly dusty at parts.
Globby,
Is it unpleasant? Is it like
It doesn't taste the best, but at least it has some flavour to it.
okay? Put a little
It's
bottle
like
of
if
hot
you
sauce out for me.
diced sawdust up and threw it through a sort of very thin tomato broth. You
Right.
get
Pull a
this.
little bottle of hot sauce out of my jacket pocket, just stab a little bit on there, and sort of, give it a little bit of a kick there.
All right.
So, have you seen any of your? You mentioned your family earlier. You know, money
They
grabbing and then
sent the
one.
fat one to try and get my deeds a while ago.
Which one's the fat one?
Oh, there he is over there. And she points over, and then you see outside the chapel this large, bald, fat man, just sort of fat dwarf, sorry, just sitting on the steps, just staring into space. He said, he came to try and get the deeds off me, dear. Now he's stuck in here too.
How did that happen?
Oh, he sort of just approached me and said, "Great aunt, I'm your favourite nephew, and I want the deeds," and I laughed at him. And then he
Is he
went
not your
away, and
favourite
then I saw him the next day. They'd shaved him, and he just doesn't seem the same since. But I don't really care anymore, dearie. He was a money-grabbing bastard.
Oh, it's a betrayal type of story. I get it. It's like we get in and then we get found out by the authoritarians here, and
Globby, I think once you're in, you can't get out.
yeah, exactly.
Globby, we should have thought of this before we came in and agreed to go on a date.
Hey, it's fine. It's fine. It's like the lose condition by the midnight or something like that. We get found out. So what we have to do is quickly find the deed and quickly find a way out. It's simple. I mean, places that are glass, we can just smash our way out. We smashed one fish cage, a tank.
Globby, did you bring the hammer with you?
I did.
Globby!
Aluta by heart, she brought a lot of stuff with her as they went along. She has the fish still as well.
Well, it's good. We don't want to get caught in some kind of Hotel California check out, but never leave situation.
Such a lovely place.
By the way, how is the food served, by the way, just out of curiosity?
It's literally just put in massive cauldrons and self-serving.
Yeah.
Okay,
with
so
a label.
is it attended at all?
No.
Okay, so, by the way, I'm going to do something chaotic. She brings out the fish and proceeds to cut it up into little chunklets and then throw it into the cauldron.
Okay.
Just like...
This isn't one of those, like, puffer fish that, like, unless you...
Oh, no.
It's like 90% poison.
That's
Do
not
I
one-
roll for
that's
that?
one of the
Should I roll
skills.
for that? Should I roll
I probably
that?
shouldn't have said.
Do a ro-
Nice
just a plain D20 roll. Let's just see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
Look, I'm not getting another bowl, I'm fine. But, like...
Okay, it's
Okay,
not poisonous.
you believe that you've added something poisonous to it, and you're giggling to yourself.
Oh, no.
I know, I believe that. It's like, ooh, they're just going to get stomach aches and stuff like that. Or they're going to feel like, oh, this is that slop. Like, she's, like, very giggly because she's not at all chaotic evil. So this is her, like, I'm a
Madam Zin is the chaotic evil alter ego. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, ooh,
Very
I
good.
can
It's
see it now.
It's the shawl that does it.
Yes,
So,
Madam Dean is so evil.
So Gertrude, what makes your nephews think you brought the deeds are here? They keep,
Oh, well, I came with them, dearie.
What else did you come with?
Well, I came with my...
That's not what...
well,
Globby!
it's been 10 years,
Don't
dearie.
ask
I've
a
came
lady
for a
what
few
she
people,
brings.
but let's not get into that. I was entrusted to them, dearie, by the old king.
The old king, you say?
Yes.
Which one was that?
Well, he threatened that he was going to, be dead soon, and he said to all of his potential heirs that, one of them would rule, and they had to decide amongst them who it would be, dearie. So they all had this massive fight. And as they were having this massive fight, I walked straight up to that king, put him over my knee, and spanked his ass. And after that, he seemed to start telling me that I was a wonderful woman and I should be the one in charge of the deeds.
Oh, he was into that then.
Well,
Well,
he seemed to not be as embarrassed as I wanted him to be, dearie.
Fair enough.
He started a fight in his own courtroom. He deserved to have his spanked ass.
What happened to the rest of your belongings? Presumably you didn't come here in this.
Oh, you mean the
this-
chastity
this
belt? It's in the storage somewhere.
This is
storage.
Okay, great.
The only storage we know is the animal storage.
Oh, I don't know where to do that. That girl will know. And she sort of points a wavering finger at the very cheery receptionist.
Not Danielle. Oh no.
Yes, I make a personal note, not in my notebook. To question
A
Danielle.
secret notebook.
Okay,
Second secret notebook.
Mental only notebook.
No, you flip to the back of your notebook and there's another notebook that says secret.
The note at the
All the way
top just
down.
saying secret _line do not read.
Yeah.
Delicious is stuff.
Are you expected to give up your belongings? Sorry, we're chaperoning, so we're just in another table and just like
You're
listening.
just like on the next table, just like.
Leaning in. Like,
Globby. Yep. Globby.
And you're not too worried about not having access to your belongings anymore.
Oh, dearie, I don't even wear clothes. I don't need it. You know, all
can
I care
see.
about is I get my 3 bowls of slop a day, and I get my baths.
Well, that's one way to live.
It's a good way to see out your twilight years, dearie.
I'm sorry, I believe we talked over each other.
I said it's a good way to see out your twilight years, dearie.
I'm not complaining. It's certainly it's rapidly rising to the top of my own plan.
What is it you do, dearie?
Well, speaking, you mentioned your previous. You mentioned your nephew. What do you think? What they did to him to have him like that? You seem to be pretty happy with you beforehand. Now you say you don't talk at all.
Oh, well, you know, all they want is the deeds, dearie. They don't care about me.
No, I mean the staff here at this wonderful establishment. What do you think that you said they shaved him, but
Oh, I don't know what they did to him, dearie. You'd have to speak to him. He doesn't talk to me anymore.
right? Well, this slop is. I've had a whole bowl.
Oh, want another one, dearie?
I don't think so. No.
Globby. I'm going. Don't do it. Don't do it.
One bowl's enough for delicious freshly. I don't know what that means.
That's why they call me One Bowl.
They call me one bowl freshly back in my army days.
One more bowl.
okay. So,
I sort of motioned to Delicious like Globby. So I was like, should we end this and go speak to nephew?
I gave Glob like a yeah. Let's see what we can do. Which kind of also with a kind of undertone of like, okay, I feel like I'm a little bit locked in on this unless we can figure out a way of me getting out of this the rest of this day.
So I'll help you. I go over and I just throw up the table like Globby, like
Globby.
date over.
What are you doing, Globby?
Globby, grab your hand, pull you out, Globby.
So,
Gertrude, perhaps another time.
Globby.
watches you two as you run off towards the nephew,
we're
and she's just like,
running.
oh, bloody men, they're always leaving me, but it's such a nice bottom.
You work on it.
okay.
A lot of cardio involved in being an introverted reporter, you know. You got to get down to the story before those.
Magic fingers.
Yeah.
Globby just like shows up his floppy hands.
they're just
Tries to
blobs.
like fingers like.
Yep.
They're like
Yeah.
mittens.
Yeah, they are proper mittens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, we'll head towards the chapel then, where the nephew's sitting outside.
Yeah.
Okay. As you approach, you see, as described before, he is massive dwarf, covered in tattoos. He has no jewelry on his face. He has no hair anymore, like no beard, no mohawk. He looks like he's been very closely shaven, and his eyes just look very dark and just stare into the distance.
Hey. Hello? You there?
No reaction.
Excuse me, sir. Mr. Beardhammer?
He sort of absently looks up at you. He looks right at you, but his eyes look completely absent, and he goes, yeah, that's me,
Lexi,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you
today, sir?
know?
Your brother sent us.
I knew he wouldn't forget me.
Oh no.
He wanted us to find out how you're getting on with your secret deed, your mission.
Blobby.
I'm
It just keeps getting me every time.
I think I've had a setback.
Yes.
He just turns again to look straight at you. He's like he's looking 5 miles through you and goes, have I had a setback?
Globby. Globby. No.
Suddenly looks like you've had a short back and sides.
He puts his hand up and just touches his head, and he's not used to touching skin. He goes, where am I?
Well,
You're in.
you're in Ehderlewidis.
What?
Yes, a tower of health and well-being, specifically designed to be difficult for AJ to pronounce.
Globby.
I see. Yeah, I'm here.
You're here to talk to your great aunt Gertrude,
My who?
the naked lady over, quite charming, I might add. Lady over there.
He just looks past you. Again, you don't think he doesn't look like he's focusing at all. And he goes, oh, okay.
Globby. You were going to get the deed to the land.
Just looks at you and goes, a deed?
Indeed.
What's it? What?
Hey,
Where
I
am
actually,
I?
I actually had a situation like this. Maybe I could play some music for him so that he'll, come back to himself a little bit. Music is always the greatest thing for curing.
Anything's worth a try.
Yeah. Okay, so what's my music again? It's in dexterity. I got a 4 in that. Maybe I'll roll better this time. Can I roll? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
Globby thinks back to the best medicine, which is of course laughter, and so therefore has a last resort should we need it.
Jesus Christ!
Delicious thinks of the other best medicine.
Natural 1. You take out your... What instrument is it you've got?
It was a guitar.
Take out the instrument, you strum it once, and all the strings at once just snap.
Oh.
And you're just like, oh. As you're standing next to him, one of the strings that snapped just made a slice across the top of his eyebrow.
Oh.
But he just looks up at you and goes, it's raining again.
Is he?
Blood's just pouring down his face.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm so cheap on the strings. And I've had these for a year. I didn't think they'd all break at once.
Is the dwarf wearing clothes? Or is
He's
he
wearing
naked
like trousers, but nothing on his chest. His chest is covered in tattoos.
tattoos? Yeah. Is there anything in the tattoos? Probably is nothing. But is there anything like, I don't know? Here's what to do. Here's the instructions, or anything like that.
It's all
No.
very like Celtic knots and
Right, yeah.
things. It looks kind of like a sort of basically like a dwarven slayer's tattoos.
Right. Does the trousers have pockets?
Yes.
I make the motion for him. I'm like, Globby. I say, get your hands, put them in your trousers, and pull them out because I don't want to go and pull. I try and get him to pull out anything in his trousers.
He
Just put
looks
your
at you
hand in his
confused. He
pocket.
puts his hand in his pocket and he pulls out the bottom of the pocket and he goes,
Globby.
"Did I have wings?
Your trousers have ears, my friend.
Oh, is that why I can't hear them anymore?"
Okay, wow. I have to give this guy credit.
He's
So
great.
good. So good.
I turn to Delicious. I'm like, Globby. So I said, should we bring him with us?
Yes, but perhaps
Like blobby blobby, like jog his
Getting something
memory.
of himself outside of this this glass prism.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll turn around to our friend and be, Globby, Globby, Globby! Put my hand out to shake his hand.
He looks through your hand, really confused as to what it is.
I will then manhandle my hand into his hand.
You put your hand in his hand, he takes your hand really easily, and as you slowly try to pull your hand away, he just moves up with your hand and stands up.
Globby! I'm just gonna hold him for the rest of the game. I'm holding my one hand's always
hands with him.
yeah, holding hands with him. Globby.
He still has the very far away look in his eyes, but he's very suggestible. You can move him around now.
He's coming with us. He's gonna be in my inventory, so yes.
It's in my inventory.
Let's add one dwarf to inventory.
Yeah, it fills up all the rest of the slots. And then turn to the others. Bobby, should we go somewhere else then?
Well, there's a storage section. Maybe I'm playing the part of like a mad woman, eccentric, rich. Maybe I can suggest putting away my stuff in storage, and then we get led down. Maybe.
Globby, we've not checked the chapel on this floor. We could do
Yeah,
that.
it's right here. Like,
So we could check. Yeah, we could probably check it ourselves without anyone knowing. Yeah, fair enough.
yeah, I mean, we're stood right outside it at the moment, aren't we? Because that's where Alexi was.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was locked or anything.
No, the chapel is open, and you hear slightly out of tune organ music coming from within.
One of the classics. Delicious is pretty tone deaf.
I kind of like failed super hard on music. Bro, I probably critted one right there. This is in character, so I can't really say anything.
I just realised I took music as a skill, so forget that. Delicious is tone deaf. Come in.
Oh, I also took music. Do we all take music? That's quite
We
cool.
all took music. Time for a Disney music number at the end of this.
Globby, we don't have time.
Time for a midway song. Take it away, AJ.
Well, it's the third hour of the game, and
Globby!
we're with the dwarf who can't remember his name.
Globby!
Luke.
Globby!
A partridge in a pear tree.
Globby!
It is the time of the season.
Just went on a date.
Globby!
With an old dwarf lady who wanted to mate. Dun, dun.
Oh, Globby.
Yeah, nah, I don't like that one.
Globby, we'll work on it. We'll work
Yeah,
on
it
it.
needs workshopping.
Work on it. We'll come back at the end of the game, and you can have another song.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go into the chapel. Yeah.
But we can hear music coming from it, so I
Yeah,
guess.
you're right outside the chapel, so you can just wander in if you want. As
Let's
you
do it,
walk
yeah.
in, there is a body lying on like a slab in front of you, and behind the slab is an organ, and there is
Globby,
a
Globby.
sort of elderly-looking priest playing out of tune music.
Like, dead body?
Yeah,
Globby.
dead body with a sheet over it.
Wow, a little.
Is there anyone here that's attending this ceremony?
No.
Yeah, it's just us.
Things have taken a sinister turn. Second.
I'll chat to our new friend Alexi. I'll be like, Globby, did you know the deceased?
Alex just stares away and goes, "Who?"
Globby. No idea.
Okay. Right, so
I was
as you
in one of the pews.
As you sit down, the priest stops playing and looks around, and you just hear, "Oh, hello there. Are you family or friends of the deceased?"
Not yet.
Well, you're not going to meet them now. They're already dead. But okay. Well, I suppose any company's better than no company. Take a seat. I'll carry on with the service.
Yes. Don't mind me asking, who was the deceased?
Her name was Abigail Winters.
Abigail Winters. That rings a bell.
Globby.
And I'm not talking about the bell that chimes up on the hour.
No, Globby.
How did she die, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, she had a panic attack.
Globby? Induced by
Normally
what?
fatal.
The poor dear had insomnia, so she was getting centrifugal training. And her heart just gave out, poor thing.
Globby, where's centrifugal training in this place?
Oh, it's in the,
Is it VIP area?
it's the old tower, I believe.
Ah,
Tower.
Globby.
It's to deal with insomnia, you see. They spin them round and round really quickly, and it causes the brain to sort of shut down and reset itself. It's quite a traditional treatment.
Ah,
Except her brain didn't reset itself.
Globby.
No, she just had a panic attack. I think the insect therapy wasn't helping either.
Oh.
Well, she had a fear of insects, so she was dealing with exposure therapy to insects as well, and I think between the two of them, I think it shut her heart down.
Well,
Afraid of insects and can't sleep. And
Yes,
now
it's
she's
a
dead.
tragic life that she lived, poor thing. But she is at peace now.
Death in the tower. Bodies pile up in the Tower of Ehderlewidis.
Ehderlewidis, dear boy.
That's enough. I'm just roughing it out. This is why we have copy editors.
As they're talking, can I turn to Alexei and be like, Globby, what did they show you? What fear did you have?
What?
Globby.
I don't remember.
Globby. Come back to it.
You've met Alexei, have you? He's a poor boy. Come,
Well,
Alexei,
Globby.
some sit by the pew.
But what happened to Alexei, if you don't mind here? I was
Oh,
asking.
well, he was found. He got himself in. He tried to resist bedtime, effectively. And the guards, they took him to a certain room, and after a couple of tests, they determined that he needed a lobotomy. Ever since then, he's been a very,
It is a
very
popular
calm.
procedure these days, the 1930s.
Yes, it's a sad
Wow.
case, but it has helped the poor boy suffering. He's no longer at contest with anything. He's a simple boy, aren't you, Alexei? What?
Globby.
I have to say, like, the spike in tension has really risen. Wow. We'll have to, like, hurry up. I feel like we're getting darker and darker. It's eventually going to come up with something more.
They don't want to resist bedtime by the sounds of things.
Yes,
what time?
The guards are very strict in the evenings. Anyone that's not willing to go to bed is treated as resisting treatment. They're taken before Derek. You don't want to get taken before Derek. He's a harsh owner.
What would you say if I told you Alexei was not a patient?
But he's very patient now, aren't you, Alexei?
Ba-dum-tish.
Huh? I mean, the poor boy must have been mad. I mean, he ended up here. I pray
Yes,
for all
only
the
mad people are in here.
I pray for all the sins of the people who are here, especially the mad ones. The rich ones, I understand. You know, they can afford the treatments, but the poor ones are. Yeah.
Being rich unlocks the eccentric option.
The rich, more so, unlocks the ability to say stop. Whereas if you're mad, you're kind of at the mercy of your treatment giver, I suppose.
Useful when put in front of the big sheep, I imagine.
Oh, there are so many of my flock that have been frightened by the big sheep. It's a terrifying creature.
Very bad.
It's nightmare inducing.
I'll stop now.
I sort of turned to this preacher. Globby. Do you know Gertrude Beardhammer?
Gertrude. Has she died recently?
Globby.
Then I'm not afraid I'm familiar with her. All I really do, the only people I interact with every day is, there's Ted, the young dwarf who brings down the equipment when people die. And, there's the barrels here. And he sort of gestures to a couple of barrels off to the side. This is where all the weapons and things of people who have came to us are put. If they're not
Globby.
if they're not claimed by anyone, they just go here, and we give each of the people who die their own sort of selection of things as they are passed to the next world.
Globby, 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 globby. Can we take some out? Would that be okay?
I mean, help yourself. It's a free range here, as long as you don't cause trouble.
Yep, 100%. Go and have a look in there.
Alright, you look in, there's a couple of like quite old looking swords. There's a couple of nice looking weapons as well, just randomly lying there. And you just see the priest go, well, we just bury a couple over each of them. They just go down here, and actually this one's due, excuse me a second. And he walks over to the wall and pulls quite a large lever on the wall, and the body just starts descending down. So at the time, you know where the sheet's up, and it just descends to the sheet's flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just keeps going down. He goes, well, she is at rest now. And a couple of about maybe 30 seconds after he says that, there's a sound like a and there's behind the organ there's a sort of flicker of fire, and he goes, yes, well, she will be at rest soon. Anyway, how may I help you?
Does what happens with the end result? Does it just go out into the outside of the place?
She is incinerated, and she is scattered in the Sunshine Tower.
Oh. Okay.
Glad you go into the slop.
Oh no, that'd be cannibalism, dear boy. We can't do that.
It did taste a little bit of sawdusty, that's all I'm saying.
Well, I mean, we're self-sufficient. We have trees.
Okay.
Okay.
So, can I use my black mythic skill? I just want a good roll at this point. To find the best weapon of the bunch.
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to get a good roll. If I keep saying it will happen. Yes! Natural 20.
Natural 20, yes. You look through, and eventually after looking through, you find a very, very nice axe.
Ooh.
You pull it out, it's all the way long, it's glowing with like runes and stuff all the way down it. You see, as you hold it up, you see Alexi's eyes look at it with slight recognition, but just still confusion in his brain.
It's expensive.
Would you like to hold this, Lexi?
What is it?
It's an axe.
He takes it from you and he holds it, and you notice that it does kind of fit his hand quite well. And he's like, it's very beautiful.
Globby, globby, it's yours.
If you want it.
No, I can't take it. I don't like violence.
Well, you don't have to use it.
You could chop down trees with it.
Globby.
Oh, I could chop down trees. And
Make building material. Building, not killing.
he sort of naturally seems to like put it to his side, and then kind of looks at like there's usually you can see his brain going like there was something that used to take this here, but it's not there anymore, and he just looks confusing at his belt.
I'm going. Is there any sheaths or something like that comes with weapons?
Nothing in the barrel.
I asked, Globby, Globby, what is it you looking for? A belt or a thing?
Huh? I don't know. I just had this feeling that there was some. It's nothing. I'll
Globby, globby.
I'll
Share
just
with us.
carry it. He seems to keep looking at it randomly, like he's got this obvious recognition in his brain, but the rest of them just can't piece it together.
Alright.
I'd take his hand again just to give him some sort of comfort.
Yeah, you take his hand and you just start leading him at the direction. You just follow, just completely like a child would, just completely distracted.
Yeah, just to make sure that we don't lose him or something. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps we should look for the storage, or failing that, I'm intrigued by the Sunshine Tower, which I said in a very strange way.
Oh, have you been up to the storage then?
Globby, the animal storage. Globby, globby.
Oh no, the personal storage up on the
Yeah.
Oh, which tower is it? Let me just remind myself so I can remember to tell you. It's in the It's in the direction is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. It's not much.
It's in the southeast tower, if I remember right.
Southeast tower,
With the
of course it is.
laundry and the patient
Day
rooms, yes.
Oh, globby, globby.
Well, perhaps that's our next port of call.
Globby?
Yeah, I think so.
Globby?
We'll best get what we can and then figure out a way out.
Okay.
Before bedtime.
Globby?
What time is it now, actually, while we're at...
look at my watch.
You hear the bell strike once more, and it says 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
Okay,
Okay.
we got plenty of time. Let's get the... I think storage, then. Anywhere else? Yeah.
Yeah.
You just see the priest go, just be careful out there. And remember, if you still got Alexei out, he needs to be in bed by 5. That's bedtime.
Globby?
That's an early bedtime. No,
that's one
night
way to
life
stop
here in
tears.
Ehderlewidis. Got it now.
You have to stop
so
tears
I-
before bedtime by having early nights.
Globby, where's Alexei's bedroom so that we know?
Oh, I don't know where Alexei lives. Ask at reception, they'll tell you.
Okay. We'll just come by reception and go up to the storage room. Yeah.
Okay. You go past the reception and immediately get the hiya. can I help
Danielle, how are
you?
you?
We just came across our friend here, Lexi.
Oh yes, hello Alexei. Do you remember me anymore? Ooh, good. Glad to see you on the mend. Now how can I help you?
We just want to know where his room is so that when it comes to bedtime, we can escort him there.
All right, okay. Let me take a quick look here. She flicks through several pages of paper. Because Alexei is 805.
5. Okay.
Whilst she was going through, was there anything of note on pages at all? Anything like,
It just
I
seems
don't know, Danielle's secret diary?
it just seems to be name and number next to it. It seems to be alphabetical names.
Do we see our names on there at all?
No.
Yeah, we didn't give our names when we came in. We just...
Well, not yet, yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I say, globby. So I point to our bands, which are bronze, and then I point to, obviously, our friend's band, which is silver. And I'm like, what's the difference? What can they access that we can't?
Oh, your friend over there can go to the VIP tower, and they're also can go to surgery and request anything they're looking for.
Aww.
I mean, if your friend over there has any desire for any sort of alteration, we have a wonderful doctor called Dr. Flatitude who does he does combination therapy mostly. He does things like if you ever wanted to have dog ears, or a cat's nose,
A second head.
a
Around the center of
giraffe's
your
neck,
chest.
or anything like that. He's very good at combining.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. I'll be sure to look into that sometime.
No problem. Also, you can indulge in any therapy you wish, and also you may ask them to stop.
Right.
Globby.
What about the gold?
Can we do that?
What about the golden one? I think AJ
Oh,
had
the
a
bronze
golden
one, if they're needing therapy, they have to take it, because that's the only way they're going to get better.
Globby.
Yeah, we only had bronze ones. We didn't.
Yeah, I'm like, I've got 2 bronze ones. I'm like, Globby. Like, oh no!
Oh no, you're doubled. Yes.
Tell me, where's the doctor get the giraffe's necks from?
Oh, don't ask questions.
Alrighty.
But if you're wanting anything at all, you go and speak to Dr. Flatitude. He's very nice.
Globby.
All right.
As we sort of turn around, I sort of go to the other two, like, Globby, so the doctor can combine things. I sort of probably morbidly point to Alexis and I'm like, if we can find his brain, maybe we can get them combined.
It's
I
Alexei's brain.
Globby!
He seems more of a mad scientist archetype than a good, well-being doctor. I'm going to be honest.
And that's exactly the type we need to fix this dwarf.
Globby! A challenge!
Aside from that, I don't think I can tell him to do something to someone else. He would probably want to put the lobe in me more than anything. That's the feeling I get. It's that kind of like I've seen like bad doctors before.
Globby, just putting it out there as a suggestion.
Just weighing up our options, we're fine.
Yeah.
So do we swing by surgery then, or just go to Boston storage?
I think maybe storage.
Globby.
Yeah, well, we've only got bronze bands. If he decides that we need to have like flamingo wings or something, I'm going to find it very hard to write a story with flamingo wings.
Well, they were great on you though.
Globby.
Like
I'm not
Dash Penguin.
disputing that. I'm just disputing the utility.
You could have him attach your shoulder blades or something. Like the angel look is really nice. A pink angel.
As we're walking to the day rooms for storage, I draw a picture of me and Alexi, sorry, and then a picture of how I think Alexis looked previously, like so presumably with full beard and like the tattoos and stuff. And I give it to him as a Bobby, it's you.
He takes it from you and goes, "Oh, thank you," and just starts idly eating it, chewing on it as he's walking along.
Well, Bobby Globby. That's an artist original.
we can check the surgery, I suppose. Later.
Bobby. Yeah.
So we go to the day room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go up to the southeast tower. Again, from left to right, you see a room with a large plaque on the wall saying Bud's room, and below it says Ted's room too.
Bud's room and Ted's room.
Yep.
No. Oh, I thought you said test room 2. So we don't know where test room 1 is. It's disappeared.
Next to that is a massive, looks like a massive area with a very depressed looking man sitting in front of what looks like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of boxes of storage behind him. Next to that is a laundry. Next to that is what looks like some sort of workshop of some kind. And then finally on the right, there is a huge craft room where it looks like there's a couple of people in there idly sewing together dolls.
Ooh. How'd it go down?
It was fine right up until the last word.
Yeah. Glob's like, room full of nightmares. Nope. Let's get out of there.
That'd be so good. I can make like a doll of you.
Lovely. It's just goop.
Yeah. Like you need to have a little creativity with it, but I think I could do it. I can make it really nice.
Globby, point to storage. Globby. Let's go for the box.
I just want to give something because you keep on giving us such nice pictures.
Globby.
Alright.
Okay, so
Go up
we
to
go
the
talk.
guy by the boxes.
Yeah.
So you walk up to the guy with the boxes, you go, "Hello, is someone else dead then?"
No. Well, someone died recently, but no, nobody recently.
Oh, that's alright, we've had 3 die already today. I can't take it. There's
What are
so
their names?
many dead.
Oh. All right then.
What were the names of the deceased? We'll put them in the paper in our obituaries section.
Oh, hang on a second, I'll look it up. He just slowly looks through a book in front of him. He goes,
How
"We
big is
have
the book?"
Abigail Winters. She was
We
a
have
wonderful
her.
girl." And we have Mary. We didn't have a last name for her, she was just Mary.
Mary, no last name.
No, just Mary. And he goes to the last one.
Mary,
And
just
then
Mary.
we had Sasha.
Dasha.
Oh,
Again,
golf, I
she
see.
didn't have any last name. She was apparently mad.
Okay.
She
Do you
had a
mind if
fear
I-
of spiders and then ran into a wall, apparently. I can't take this.
Okay, can I read through it while you still have it?
I'm not supposed to let people read the Book of the Dead. Apparently
what
it
if
makes
we,
people depressed.
Well, would you like to talk about it on the record?
Oh, I'd love to talk about it. I'd love to forget all the death and destruction. I'd love to forget that all I do all day is deal with people dying. They're always dead when they come to me. Always dead.
Maybe you should.
But we're not
try-
dead, and we came to you.
Yeah,
wait.
there we go. Yeah, we're live.
But you all die soon. Everyone dies one day.
Not me.
Oh,
My name will be written in the bylines for all eternity.
the
Yeah, no, even
bylines?
that wasn't good.
Is that some
No.
kind of religious book?
To some.
Oh, it's Psalms, okay. I've heard Psalms are in books.
Do you know anything of storage and stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that?
we have all the storage here. The people bring the death notes to us, and then we get the storage for them. It's like, as he says this, a very energetic dwarf just runs up the stairs, runs up and goes, "He's dead!" "Oh no. Who's dead?" "This one." He hands a piece of paper to him and he goes, "Oh no. There's a fourth person dead today."
Now.
"Oh, okay. I'll get it ready for you, Ted." "Okay." And the dwarf just runs back down the stairs. He goes, "Oh." He takes out a binder and flicks through it a couple of pages. Goes, "Okay." Slams the book shut and puts it back under the table. "I'll be back in a moment." And just slowly, the speed of a very depressed sloth, makes his way to the back of the room and starts fighting with one of the shelves.
Can we get out the book and see if we can find Gertrude's box and Alexi's box?
Well, that's a death book, though. Would it be the same book?
There's a sort of big book which looks like all the notes of where everyone is, and then there's the death book.
Oh yeah.
So there's two different books. Which one do you want to look through?
So the one he looked through wasn't
There's
the death
the book that's got a note of everyone who's died, and there's the book that's got the note of where everyone's things are.
Okay.
the one that that's the one I want. The one where everyone's things are. Yeah.
Alright, yeah, that's fine. You take that out. You skim through. As you start skimming, it seems to be in arrival order. So you go right back to the beginning.
Yep.
And you, after a couple of pages through, you eventually find Gertrude.
Oh, do I find Gertrude as well?
Yes, you can find Gertrude as well.
Great.
It's a couple of entries later.
She's third. Like priority is our Gertrude, then Alexi, and then Gertrude. just to make sure.
All right.
We've got to get our priorities straight.
Yeah.
You know. And that's...
You look to you find Gertrude. You find both Gertrudes, and you find Alexi. So you know where all three of you have the details where all three of them are. Mm-hmm. As he comes back, he unlocks the door next to him and pushes this massive chest through, and then he closes the door over again, and you hear a very old lock just. "Everyone's dead. There's another one dead. How do I deal with all this death?"
We tried therapy.
So there's a lot of therapy in this place, after all.
Well, I can't leave my post, you see.
You don't get vacation?
You haven't seen the large sheep?
I'm not allowed to go away from here. People tell me I'm boring.
Globby.
I mean, all I really talk about is death. Death.
Oh, wait,
Death.
Have you thought about starting a metal band?
What's a metal
but
band?
I could write songs about being depressed.
Exactly. I mean, that's more of a goth thing, I suppose, really, when you come to think of it. But
What's a goth? Oh, what kind of groups have you been swinging
not
with?
much. What's a goth with you?
Boo! Globby!
That's my time, folks. Have a good
I want to punch him. Can I roll to punch Delicious?
No, go for it. I deserve
You
it.
could just roll punch him, that's fine.
I have nothing in strength for like brawling, so 1d20 straight.
Yep.
Yeah, I just like slug him in
You
the
sort of
shoulder.
slug him in the
Probably
shoulder,
hit, yeah.
the sort of strength of one of those people trying to do a sort of fist bump into the shoulder, just
Oh,
No
you.
puns. Like I am sick of puns at my table, and you will not bring them in here.
Look around for a table.
I point to the chest. Globby. We could watch the desk for you for 5 minutes if you want to have a smoke break or a break.
Oh, I have started smoking. I got told it would help with my mood.
Globby.
Just like
Okay,
calm down.
I need to take the Book of Death with me. I can't let anyone else read it.
Entirely
fine.
fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
He just picks up the book, unlocks the door, leaves it open, and says, "If anyone asks, just say I'm on a bathroom break or something. I just need away from the death."
Globby.
And he just walks his way towards the stairs and then starts slowly descending.
Okay, so we've got a good 30 minutes from that.
Yeah, I'm like, glob. I'm like, go.
Okay, so is it behind the locked door, the
Yeah, so it's all these boxes and crates and stuff are there. You find the 3 chests. The Gertrude you're looking for's chest contains several dresses, several quite terrifyingly large chastity belts, and piles of paperwork.
Okay, we'll just take on.
Alexi's box contains all of his jewellery. That's really all that's in it. And then the final box of Gertrude contains a very strangely tailored suit and a lot of jewellery.
Oh.
Well, I think we pocket the paperwork from Gertrude Beardhammer's one.
Yep.
And then
Look at it first, I think, just to...
Yeah, just check it, yeah.
Then we put the jewellery on Lexi.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hey, do you want to put on some jewellery, Lexi?
He's shiny.
Yeah, it certainly is, and it's quite becoming to you. It really completes your look.
All I can hear now is the complete your look advert from fucking... Is it Saints Row or GTA?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I know who he...
Yeah. Anyway, I think it's
Paperwork.
GTA.
Does it seem to be what we're looking for?
Yes.
Okay.
So you've got the deeds there at the moment. So you, after about another 10 minutes or so, the very depressed man returns, and he looks like he's had a good cry.
Oh.
How are you
Everybody
feeling?
needs a good cry. Everyone needs a good cry.
I feel a little better.
Lovely.
So he just
Good.
he takes his seat back down. Did anyone come up?
No.
Oh, okay then.
Have you ever thought about taking a nerve tonic?
A
lovely.
nerve tonic.
Yes, steadies the
Is
mood.
that the one where they put little bits of water in stabbing you?
That's not a thing?
No, it's a fortifying lotion which
Lotion.
it cures all.
Lovely.
Oh, I've never thought of that. I'll ask about it.
You generally have to buy them off a traveling salesman, but it's they
But why do they
They've
need to
never let me
travel if
down.
they sell such good things?
well to sell to so many more people.
Oh, I always wondered that.
I put across, like, I sort of like tried to shake his hand, but also put across a picture I've drawn of him in his like almost like an artist's portrait of him looking sad behind the picture.
Never had
Bobby.
fan mail before.
Bobby.
He turns around and just like licks the back corner and just sticks it to the wall behind him. And he goes, "It's nice. It
Hey.
lightens the room up."
Bobby.
All right.
Okay, so there's a craft section nearby, right?
Yes.
Can I make a wig for Alexi?
Yes.
Okay, I roll for it. Let's go.
Yep.
Okay, I have +4 in this.
I turned to Delicious and I'm like, globby. Should we?
Okay,
The subtle thumbs of...
Globby.
I can't. Is tinkering applicable here?
Tinkering is clockwork and the like.
I can't believe you left the wig making skill out.
Yeah.
I mean,
is there a crafting
if you're really
skill,
going for
actually?
skills I left out, you forgot that I used to have Feng Shui in it, if you remember.
Yeah, that's true.
That was
you didn't
wonderful.
put demonology in this time as
Yeah,
well.
I don't think I saw a crafting skill in the list provided, so I didn't add it. I would have definitely done so, but
But yeah, I remember the days of the Feng Shui in Plummet.
I love that.
To
And
be
it's
done.
like, is the energy of this room wrong? I mean, I don't know. Why did I add this skill? The number of times it was used. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
in that case, it's just a straight roll, I guess. 'cause, like,
Yeah, it would be some sort of crafting. So yeah, it would probably be dexterity.
Dexterity. Okay,
For
I'll
crafting.
do +4 then.
Yep,
19.
you make a very simple, quite gingerish
Mohawk.
wig,
A mohawk.
a mohawk wig. It would be a mohawk if you like gelled it up.
Yeah, no, it's off to one side,
Yeah.
like a
Yeah,
comb over.
It's
So
like
just
more
the
like
end of a broom then.
Yeah, it's more like a baby set of like mohawk.
Yeah.
Is there a mirror nearby? Yeah.
Yep, you sort of put him in front of the
Okay.
mirror holding it, and he looks with recognition, but he's just like, huh?
Well,
It's like I feel like this is going to be his arc, and then he's going to save us in the end. So we should really keep investing into him. He's like our favorite guy right now.
I turn to Delicious like, Globby, Globby, said, at first chance, I will throw him behind me if I need to escape. So,
Fair.
it's not about how fast you are, it's how slow the other person is.
Okay. Out of
The old bear
character,
escape.
I understand. Out of character, yes, but in character, we love him. So let's just keep that up.
We already know Globby is pretty quick. Sliding in.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the worst thing is trying to catch him by trying to go, let's go straight through it. Yeah.
Globby is going to be the one who escapes, let's be honest.
Right, well, Globby, Globby, how do we get out of
heading
here?
back to the entranceway. Is that
Yeah,
our
you
thinking?
just go down to
Yeah.
the reception. What do you want
Can
to do
we-
now?
Do
We
we
just
attempt to leave with Alexi?
Do we?
I'm asking.
Can we even leave? Is the
That's a
question.
good question. Because we're not signed in. We've got the bands, but I mean, you can just rip yours out if you're, Globby Glob.
Okay. As you're going
They're
through the
just floating
stairs,
around in there,
you hear
right?
the receptionist just looking up and go, "Hi there. Are you trying to leave?"
Hello, Danielle. No, we're just stepping out for a quick smoke.
Well, you're not allowed to leave, I'm afraid. Mad people can't leave.
What about if we brought you with us?
Well, I'm not mad.
Are you sure?
She sort of thinks she genuinely ponders for a minute, then goes, "I don't think I am. Hang on, I'll ask." And goes into the back room, and a couple of minutes later, the other dwarf comes back saying, "Hi there, Danielle's on a break. She's having a small mental crisis. Do you know what went wrong?"
Are you sure you're not having a mental crisis?
"I think I'm sane."
Oh, yeah,
we're just stepping out for a quick smoke break. Would you like to come with us?
No, and I don't think you'll be allowed to leave.
I'm not leaving. I'm just stepping out for a moment.
Can I go over to her and like sort of grab her hands and be like, Globby, 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 like trying to like Sarah to do it, and then somehow scoot one of my bracelets onto her hand.
How
what would that
big
be?
is Globby, just so I know?
I'm thinking like I don't know if you've seen a picture of a plasmoid. They're humanoid oozes, right? So they're not. It's not like a huge big mimic or anything like that. It's just a normal sized human being, like human shaped.
You probably
actually-
could put one onto her, yeah.
I've been picturing Glob, the X-Men character, who is basically that, except with a skeleton and a nervous system inside.
Oh yeah, no, completely see through.
Yeah. But like is like a big kind of blob thing.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
Okay,
But yeah.
yep, you can slide her onto her wrist if you want.
Yeah, I'd like to try that if I can. Okay.
So you slide her onto her wrist.
Yeah.
You can just do it because you've basically got the most like the power of lubricant on your side basically. So you can just
Behold the power of lube.
you put it onto her wrist and then you go sort of like gesturing to it, and she goes. She just looks really confused. You just turns to the machine, puts her arm in, and pulls her arm back with it off again, and goes, I can just remove it. It's not a problem."
So I get Delicious and I put his arm in and like,
Oh, no.
No,
take it off. Take it off, Delicious.
no, I can't take it off without a doctor's note.
Globby, 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 you didn't have a doctor's note.
No, I'm
I
not
have
mad.
a doctor's note.
She's being particularly difficult. Okay, so
Like, your friends can leave. I mean, she looks at Madam and goes like, "Well, they're a repaying customer. They don't need to. They can just have it taken off when they want. But the two of you will need doctor's notes to leave because you're both still got wristbands.
We have doctor's notes.
Oh, can I see them, please?"
I'm going to very quickly write a doctor's note.
I will go and grab her hands again and put the other one on as a distraction.
Okay. You just see her just going at herself with some sort of hand cleaning stuff
Globby,
afterwards.
Globby,
Just
Globby,
like,
Globby.
I have I guess I'm doing a bluff check here, I guess, with this being.
Yeah.
I'll be a bluff check. Yeah.
okay.
Can I
who's-
assist at
just so
all
I
or
need to
something?
know one thing. Who's you signing it as?
I'm scribbling it.
No, sorry, I'll let you do it because I don't know.
It is the
No, we're not
one
gonna
name I
tell
did not write down was the.
No, how could you? You've been writing them all down.
No, I mean out of character. I've been writing everything down except for the doctor's name. I missed it. Can I just have it be like readable as like doctor, but it's like such a scribble?
True. Doctor's
Draw a
handwriting
costume.
illegible.
Yeah. Like, so she could see.
She just takes one look and goes, "That's not a doctor here, and it's not Derek either."
Yeah, this is my personal specialist.
Well, they're not approved by Derek, I'm afraid.
Well, you're not approved by Derek.
At this point, you hear, "Is there a problem?"
Derek!
And you turn around and there's a
It's me, Delicious.
massive tall man behind you. And he goes, "Yes, I am Derek. How may I
Derek,
help
we're
you?"
just stepping out for a smoke break. We wondered if you wanted to join us.
"You are very entertaining, my friend, but I think you should go back up to therapy."
I try and grab his hand and put my wristband on it.
You already put 2 on.
You only had two on, you got
you
one
lost
more
two.
already.
Damn it.
I'm the only one stuck
I go
here.
to do it and then I realise, and so I just hold his hand.
I'm now the only one stuck here.
Yep. And he just sort of looks at you quite confused and says, "Yes, I am." He sort of flicks the last of the goo off his hand, going, "Yes, I appreciate your strength, friend, but your other friend, he will need to be proven by a doctor or myself."
Well, I have news for you. News that will shock and disturb you.
I'm not wearing a tie at all.
News that will shock and discredit you. I'm not mentally ill at all.
Of course you're not.
I'm an investigative journalist here to blow the lid off of this glass prison, which you call Ehderlewidis. And
Puts his hand on your shoulder and goes, "Yes, but I swear to my mother that I, Miguel Dietrich Vergedo Jan Salvador III, that I would not let anyone leave here who was truly mad. I'm
I'm
afraid
not.
you are staying."
I just said I was mad to get in and get the hot scoop.
Well, then you have to have a doctor's approval to get back out again to prove you are
Yeah.
just pretending.
I'll submit to your tests.
Jesus.
Well, I
But
suggest you
as you
go
can
find
see
a doctor
here-
then. He sort of looks at he pulls out a pocket watch and looks at it and goes, "At this time, Dr. Lem should be in the old tower. I suggest you go speak to him. Maybe he will sign you off if you are pretending."
You two can go. I'm just.
No, we can't go because Alexi still has their band on.
That's true.
Oh, no, it's silver. He can
We'll
go
never
on.
get
No,
Yeah,
this is
Alexis signed
bronze. Alexis is
Yeah,
definitely
so
bronze.
he's definitely bronze,
God,
yeah.
I keep on messing up.
Globby. So I point to Alexi. I think Alexi's okay now. So could he also go with our friend Delicious and get signed off?
Well, I suppose if he is truly cured, then yes. He has been a lot calmer since of his lobotomy, so yes, I suppose he can be tested.
Globby.
1 second, and he puts his hand in his pocket, and he pulls out a glove puppet of a sheep, and he goes, "Alexi, bah!" And Alexi just stares at it, and he goes, "Oh, good, he's no longer afraid of the big sheep. That is an interesting point."
Big shit,
That was-
really not terrifying.
Globby. Just like don't mention the sheep.
Everyone loves the
Right.
big sheep.
I love the big sheep.
Big Sheep's great.
Does Alexi dream of big sheep? Right.
Alexi was once terrified of the big sheep. They put him in the room with it, he would scream and scream and scream.
He's cured, and I didn't need curing in the first place. And your medical tests
Well,
will prove
I'm
just
afraid you'll
that.
have to go and speak to Dr. Lem to find this out.
Well, which way is it?
He is in the East Tower, the old tower.
Globby. I guess I turn to Delicious and I'm like, Globby. He's like, you'd be fine, right? Like, what could you possibly be scared of?
Perfectly sane. Have you-
That's the answer to my question.
Don't worry, I'm perfectly sane.
Globby.
As if foreshadowing, the bell rings.
Oh no. What time is it now? It's
It's 2 o'clock
right?
now.
Okay.
Okay, so we
Globby.
We get out.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
We got plenty of time for me to be proven 100% sane.
Oh, this is not going to go well.
Yeah, maybe you should cut down on like the whatever you're doing. I'm not sure about this character. I love it, but
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, you're foreshadowing. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. But you should probably tone down that when you talk to the doctor, because they might just think, "Oh, this guy's weird," and they only
Perfect.
eat
It's be the
weird.
perfect end to my story. I was proven sane and let out of the asylum to write this story, dear reader.
Yeah, just
I'm just going to take
I
2
said-
secs because I'm going to go and grab myself another drink because I'm running out. If anyone wants to take a 2-minute break, just bounce and otherwise just
I
keep
will-
gibbering and I'll be back in 2 minutes. Okay?
Alright,
I
no
will
worries.
top up my drink and I will take requests from the chat of weird things to say in this voice.
Oh, there's a
Fantastic.
chat.
Right,
There's a
back into
chat.
folks.
I'm
Alright,
so.
has the chat been enjoying it so far? I feel like...
How they've been enjoying it. Actually, where can you put in the link? I might as well check it out.
Twitch.tv/PenanceRPG.
I am not good. I only click links. I don't write them down.
Well, I'm currently pouring Pepsi Max, so give me a minute.
Hold on to it. Yeah.
I can't stop with this voice.
Hello, and good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Welcome.
Hello,
To the Sky at Night.
We're here at the Tandem Stadium, and we got. I don't know.
Okay.
I can't do the improvised.
Let me just copy you the link, and I will drop it in the live game.
Thank
No
you.
worries. Thank you.
Hello, Eden. What weird things do you want me to say in this delicious Freshly voice? Totally enjoying it. Says Eden of Bournemouth. I'm not going to be more
Bill,
specific
you
because
should
I'm
ask
trying
questions.
not to.
Yeah,
I'm
you
trying
can
not to
ask
dox
questions of
people.
them. Ask questions like, and how do you spell?
How do you spell that name which has been typed out?
That has been typed out.
Oh man, it's so weird. Seeing me sing.
I feel like when I was making the overlay, I didn't think through that Halloween and Open the Dungeon would be basically unreadable on there.
Oh, it's fine.
I will fix that after this stream.
I'll fix that now.
I didn't, but I've already screwed up by not having the overlay ready for the previous stream. And, yeah. I am hearing the loud cat slightly in the background occasionally as well.
That's kind of fun. Ah, dear, oh dear. Dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Apologies, I had a very hungry cat to deal with as well.
Hello.
Hello. Right. Okay. Did you have anything interesting to say, AJ?
No, I didn't really get any requests, but I was saying I will send you an updated version of the overlay that actually has Halloween 2022 and Open the Dungeon be readable.
It does if I have my hands like going across like
I think
this.
it's I kind of I underestimated like where the Discord chat windows would go up to.
Right.
And it would be more readable if they went all the way out, but like I'll just change it. I'll
Yeah.
change the font color or something.
As ever, I am greatly appreciative that you did it for me, man. Alright. Apologies, folks. Let's continue.
A tale continues on the way to the East Tower.
If we're on the way to the East Tower, I'll be like to the delicious, I'm like, Globby, 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 Globby. Why don't you give us that secret diary you've been hiding from us, so that we can prove it's you later if there's a problem?
My notebook of like the story so far notebook, what I've been writing.
Oh,
Or are you implying I've got some kind of secret?
Yeah, I've implied that you've got some secret role just because I've made it up as a player, but yeah. Globby, 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 is like pointing to the
in.
last page.
Bobby, how do you know about my secret diary?
Globby, Globby, Globby. It's really obvious.
I keep writing it.
Yeah. Globby sort of opens up their thing, and it's just like a mush of paper on it. You can see it's like words that say live journal. Anyway, Globby, Globby.
Globby's old live journal.
Oh. Oh, just seeing there was the word globby written over and over again, and just emotes,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
sad face, sad emote, sad
I am
emote,
globby.
happy emote.
It looks mad. I have a secret diary too. Look, it's like I've got like a session here. And it's just a scheduling book of all of the sessions she's in, and like all of the notes she's written down, which I don't do personally. So
No scheduling conflicts.
yeah, no scheduling conflicts. Like there is a lot of like schedule. It's like it's a little unnod towards certain parts when somebody couldn't come along.
All right. So you climb up to the east wing. Immediately when you get close to these wings, there's a strong smell of of iron and alcohol. And as you get to the top of the stairs, you see from left to right, you see a room with bunches of people sitting around. All of them look physically quite ill. Like they're like sitting like, kind of way people hold a bucket when they've got a bad hangover, that kind of look in their face like, oh. Yep. The room next to it is what looks like it looks like a very crude surgical room. Sorry, I've got cat fluff up my nose. It's a crude surgical room. It's like several like beds with restraints in all corners and very old looking tools sitting in old like demijohns of like very orangey rusty coloured liquid. Next to that is again more kind of beds, but on the wall there's this massive tank of leeches. This sort of black, constantly moving, constantly sort of going in and out of each other. This massive ball of leeches inside this tank. Next to that is a large area with lots of chairs, and including a man in a quite blood-stained lab coat with his boot on a patient's chest, trying to extract a tooth from their face with a pair of pliers.
Is it the same guy that had no teeth except one tooth in?
No, not him yet. And finally, on the end, there's a bunch of chairs with like barrels, with like buckets and barrels lying around. All of them look very crusted with a sort of deep, dark red colour.
Oh, Globby.
And as you come to the top of the stairs, you hear, "All right, can I help you?"
Hello, I need a note so I can leave.
Ah, wonderful. What's your problem?
I have no problem. I'm here just looking around, and a rather large gentleman at the front and a quite disagreeable receptionist would not let me leave.
Oh, of course. Well, you can, Dr. Lem is over there.
I'm sorry, I thought you were Dr. Lem.
No, I'm Coriander.
Coriander.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you do here, Coriander?
Bobby, don't ask.
Do you want to start treatment for you?
No, thank you.
I mean, I've got the knack, as Dr. Lem would say.
The knack for what?
I can help you get over your fears easily. I'm good with blood. Yeah, blood.
Well, if I require your services, Coriander, I will come and find you.
Oh, we've got this wonderful new room over here. It's called the sound and smell room. Yeah. And it's to do with the phobia of emetophobia. Yeah. You go in and there's various noises and scents that make you just throw up all the time. It's to stop your fear of being sick. It's wonderful. Do you want to try?
No, I'm not afraid of being sick.
Oh, shame. It's great to see a new one there because of the fact that you came up with this idea that we would break bones in half and the snapping sound that would make people vomit, and it works so well. It works so wonders. You should come try it out. It's a wonderful experience. Everyone should try it.
Whose bones are you snapping in half?
Oh, we've got lots of dead people that don't really mind us using them, but we've asked them to leave their bones to science.
I turned to Delicious and I'm like, Globby, he said, do you also work for Panorama at any point? I feel like you need to go undercover.
I've left my wire and my hat with a giant camera in it.
You idiot. Like, who's funding this, Bobby?
BBC cuts. We can't afford to do a Panorama episode in Ehderlewidis.
Because you can't pronounce it, yeah.
Yeah. Won't play well in the home counties.
Globby.
Well, Coriander, I will go and talk to Dr. Lem, who I've now written down.
He'll be finished in a minute, just Dr. Lem. And he looks over, and the man eventually flies backwards from the patient. This blood sprays from the patient's face, and the doctor stands up, going, "We got the bastard!" Holding up pliers with quite a long tooth in it. And he goes, "There we go.
Bully.
You'll be better in no time." He just walks through, opens the door, taking a towel from his belt, wiping the fresh blood off of him and off of his face and everything. Drops the towel back down and goes, "Right, how can I help you? Who's next?"
Hello, Dr. Lem. My name's Delicious Freshly. Evening News.
Right.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. Are you here to get some teeth done?
No, I'm here to be allowed to leave your fine establishment. There was a disagreeable receptionist downstairs.
What madness caused you to be admitted, dear boy?
Having a nose for news.
Oh, the smell
out
room,
that's
no
not a,
problem. He puts his
No,
arm
no,
around you
no.
and starts leading you towards the sound and smell room.
No.
All I'm saying
no.
is, I'm here for the story, and I've got the story, so now I'm going to leave. And I need your help to do so. Would you like to be in the paper?
Well, are we talking a very subtle fear of bedtime?
Lobby.
Fear of the stories. I mean, I remember my father used to tell me lots of stories at bedtime. Wonderful man he was.
I want to tell your story.
My story,
The man behind.
well,
Dr.
how
Len.
about we go and take some blood and we talk about it, eh?
I never drink blood before.
We don't need to drink it, dear boy. We're just going to extract some from you, just to
I-
make
no,
sure
I-
that
I-
you are definitely sane.
I am using all of it. But,
Well, I mean, how are we meant to prove that you're not mad, dear boy?
well, I have to admit that is a good question.
I know a lot of people suffer. Oh, hang on. With his hand in his pocket, pulls out the same sheep puppet you've seen before and goes, bah!
Yes, we saw the real one.
Oh,
over
you've
there.
seen the big sheep. Well,
I have seen the big sheep.
A lot of people get over their horror with the big sheep after they've seen it.
Usually
big
it's
sheep
the broad
answers a lot of
sheeps I'm
Get
I'm
out.
dealing with, not
Get out.
not the broad sheeps.
Lobby.
I mean, everyone, no matter how true they think they are, if they've not unless they've seen serious battle, they have a problem with the massive sheep. The massive sheep's a wonderful asset to us as a building.
I can see. Yes.
If only we had more, we could do with a field of massive sheep. Imagine the fear that would bring into people.
Have you thought about putting a second one in with the first?
I mean, that could create more sheep, or
It
could
could.
not, depending if we bring sheep together or just yes. That's a strange biology question. That.
Is the big sheep a female or male, actually?
I think it's female. That's why it's as sort of passive
It's a
as it is.
massive
It was
you, yeah.
it was Dr. Fraterdew's creation. He sort of built it, as it were.
Built
What you're
it.
saying is,
Built it.
Well, he
Got
does
me.
all this stuff with science, and he just built a bigger sheep. I don't know how he did it.
Huh.
There's a moment where Globby's like, build a bigger Globby.
it's
Build a bigger globby. I want to be the biggest globby.
bigger globby. We can make it happen.
We have the science.
State puff. Like,
We have the
Globby.
technology.
Anyway, sorry. That's an inside Globby thought.
Okay. Okay.
Well, what would you need to do to prove me sane, Doctor?
Well, we know you're not afraid of the big sheep.
That's step one.
I just need to read a checklist and ask you some questions.
Very well.
If I was to say, flick through some pages and goes, vomiting. What's your reaction?
Well, I don't enjoy it, but I'm not afraid of it.
Just goes through another pages. Visiting your in-laws.
Well, haven't got any at the moment. I'm rather
Not yet.
I'm a bachelor. I'm a bachelor at the
Bachelor,
moment.
you say? Okay.
Yes.
Fear of commitment.
This feels like a trap after the last question. But
Well, you kind of started it yourself. That's why I'm working to try and work out what your actual fear is, because you must have
I'm
been
not
admitted to
afraid.
something.
I'm not afraid of commitment. It has just been avoiding me recently. It's been a bit of a dry spell for old Delicious Freshly, if you don't mind me saying, Doctor.
Well,
That's in your secret diary.
He's a doctor. He's not got his patient competence.
I mean,
We're still stood there though. Me, Alexis holding hands. We're all there at your consultation.
so he's like, well, what were you admitted with? What was madness were you admitted with?
You know, I think there was a big clerical mess up downstairs. They never asked.
Well, it should be on your paperwork.
I don't have any paperwork.
One moment. He walks over, hits a bell, and there's a ding! And about a couple of minutes later, this very energetic dwarf reappears and goes, hi! He goes, Ted, I need you to find the paperwork for, what's your name again?
Delicious Freshly, intrepid reporter.
Yes, find what he was admitted with, so we can treat this bastard. Okay.
With gusto.
Ted shoots off back down and says, "Take care of the stairs." Bloody hell.
I like what you've done with the place in here. There's a lot of decorating's interesting.
Well,
I
yes.
sort of interrupt, globby globby, and I point to Alexei, and I'm sort of like, oh, I think Alexei's up for reassessment, if you don't mind doing him.
Oh, right,
whilst
okay.
we wait.
Well, Alexei, I remember you. You were terrified of the big sheep. He puts his hands in his pocket. He pulls out the block puppet again and goes, "Bah! Bah! 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 Bah!" Nope, you're totally cured. Puts his hand in his pocket, takes out a thing, scans something, goes, "There you go, you're completely cured. You may leave the establishment, that's fine."
Lexi is leaving, that's all we need. We're sorry, Delicious, we're going now.
Yeah, we've replaced you now.
Right, he's a wonderful companion, but you won't make it in the paper if you leave me here.
Oh no.
Oh, I'll be honest, I'm
We
carrying
all
on.
turn at the last minute to come back. Yeah.
Going PvP at the end.
Can I then, looking at the note, what things do? Can I forge a similar one for Delicious?
You're going to forge one.
I mean, I don't know.
You write globby, 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 globby.
Yeah, that's what it's gonna be.
You can definitely try.
Yeah,
If you've got
alright.
if you've got bluff, I think it is, and
Oh, I do have bluff. Yeah,
roll
sorry.
Oh my god. If this works.
Let me just. I'm just whilst we're waiting, I might as. Oh, hang on. Sorry.
Practicing my penmanship, my forgery, if you will.
Oh. So I've only rolled once this whole game, so I'm just trying to pick 1d20.
I suppose we do a lot of games where we do very little rolling because it's a lot more narrative
I
based.
absolutely love it, but then of course I'm like, oh god, so this is bluff, so it's a +3,
Go, globby.
a 7.
Now.
You managed to.
That's fine.
It does literally just say globby, globby, globby all the way down, and then there's a very passable signature. But
Yeah,
it does just say globby, globby, globby all the way
I'm
down.
like, got you. I'm like, globby, globby, wink.
Look, I'm glad we're in a world where I can understand this because I have a very good education and everybody else is so accepting of your language, but I don't think anyone is going to buy this.
Globby, globby.
Look,
I'm offended.
yeah, I'm sorry. It's just that this is a lying thing and not acceptance thing. It's just that I don't think the doctor would write outside of his own common language.
Globby, 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 globby. And then take the note back and just keep it for myself. Put it in myself. Like,
It's there for
keep it
later if you need it.
Yeah, I'm ready to hold it out. Anyway,
All right.
we wait.
You okay?
For Ted.
So
I'll
after
make some
about
small talk.
10 minutes or so, Ted comes up and goes, "I can't find him.
Oh,
No-
dude,
nothing with
no
that name was
paperwork.
brought in. Nothing with the name was
in.
brought in. Well, if nothing with the name is brought in, then how do we? Oh, you're mad enough you don't know who you are. Oh, I'm sorry,
No,
dear
I
boy.
know who I am.
I'm sorry,
I
dear
love it,
boy.
love
Wouldn't that be more a him thing?
This is a clerical. This is a problem with your staff. That you need to get onto the admin
Globby,
department.
globby,
here.
Daniela.
All right. Well,
I can vouch for them. I did hear him say his name at clerics, and they just didn't write it down. I don't know why.
see. Well, we'll have to go through the paperwork again. So, he sort of looks up and they see a poor man being dragged up the stairs, kicking and screaming by two orderlies. Unfortunately, I have a dentistry patient. But if you could go
just
down
sign
to
this for a
reception
second.
and tell reception that you need to be re-entered into the system, that'll work fine.
Would you mind signing this?
Yes,
They might,
sure,
I'm
whatever. Yes,
worried
there
they
you go.
might not take your word
So-
for it.
Yes, there you go. Signed. Just
Thank
take
you.
it downstairs and deal with it. I don't get
Yeah.
paid enough for this. He
Okay,
just
thank
walks
you
back
very
into
much.
the room, and you see this poor creature being tied down, writhing away, and he goes, "Now, we're here to remove a couple of your teeth because you've not been brushing." And as you make your way down the stairs, you watch him basically snap some pliers and stand on the guy's chest and start leaning in.
So, as I make my way downstairs, it was a blank piece of paper I held out, and above it I write in fairly, I think, official-looking language. I,
Well,
Dr. Lem, hereby certify that Delicious Freshly
I'll pass
perfectly
over
sane.
Alex's note so you can copy that word for word.
Yeah. That exact handwriting.
Okay.
Do you get bonus for stuff like that? But no, it's just straight.
I think we're just role playing it. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. You get downstairs. You get back to the reception desk. You hand Alexi's letter to Danielle,
Hello,
who's back serving,
Danielle.
and she takes Alexi's wristband off. You hand Delicious's wristband to. She takes his wristband off. Madam asks for hers to be removed. Hers to be removed, sorry. And she removes it fine because it's a paying
I had a
customer.
grand old time. The leeches were amazing.
Oh, they are, aren't they? They're wonderful things.
Oh, be sure to come back.
Danielle, before we go, I would like my $3 back.
You, what $3 is this?
Globby, it's not worth it. She's not worth it. Delicious, she's not worth it.
Are you mad
Never
about
mind,
money,
you can-
my dear friend?
You can keep them.
Globby. I grab your hand and Alexi's hand, and I move like one of a fast wave, essentially, pulling you two behind me.
All right.
Well, I'll be sure to bring all the recommendations to my friends in the noble.
Oh, wonderful. Well, remember, if you bring friends along, they can, they can enjoy the facility. We have discounts for groups of 6.
6, you say? Some kind of
No.
Groupon thing.
Yes. What's Groupon?
Bit of a scam, if you ask me.
Yeah. That's your next investigation.
It's my next story, the next group.
All right. So you make your way out. You climb on the next cart that arrives, and it takes you back to the village. You hand the dwarf.
I feel we've missed something.
Hey, no, we got out of there. We got out of there alive.
And I'm like, what else is there? And then we open a room. There's loads of deeds to other houses or something.
There was some stuff
Should've
going on in
probably
there. We
ransacked
didn't
that
want no
place.
part of that.
You should ransack that place.
It's the dolls. I'm telling you, it's the dolls we missed. Thank God.
You hand the paperwork over to the dwarf, who's very happy. He signs you all. He signs you off a smaller deed for all of you for a small piece of land, each.
Is he happy that we brought Alexi back?
He just, Alexi, brother, how you doing? What?
It did
What's
things
happened
to
to you?
him.
So he's not sure what's happened to his brother, but he's at least, they're at least back together.
I point to Delicious and be like, Globby, give your card, and then
Yeah.
you can tell their story.
I think what would really bookend this piece I've been writing on this whole Ehderlewidis story is just the real personal connection of the story that what your family has lost through this whole ordeal. We can get this whole place shut down. I've got people. This goes right to the top. All the way up to Derek.
Interesting. I mean, have you ever thought about ghostwriting the book of the Beardhammer clan?
I'm listening.
And as the night ticks long into the dark of you discussing the ghostwriting the book of the Beardhammer clan, we draw the episode to a close.
Yeah. I think
Yay!
that's the first one in about 5 years that I've survived.
Yeah.
Wow.
Before
Almost didn't survive.
before we wind this up and we go off and I tell people offline what any questions they have, we will just wind up. But who are you? Where can people find you? Oh, we'll do affiliate first before I forget. Thank you,
Yeah.
now. Or no,
Yep.
AJ, sorry.
That was me.
So if you want to do, if you want to get more, if you want to get more things for your adventure, we have affiliate links with both Gemhammer Gaming at gemhammer.com and dndice.co.uk. We have 20% off with Gemhammer, so you can get more things like decks of wonder, decks of loot, all those kind of things. These augment your game really well. All fantastic. All goes really well with a lot of your games. And we have a 10% off dndice.co.uk, who are a fantastic dice maker. They are literally the only dice I carry around with me when I actually go to cons. They do have some very expensive dice I really, really want because they're gorgeous, and they have some just great range dice, a lot of metal dice that look really, really pretty. So yeah, if you like either of them, yeah, go check them out. Use Penance RPG, get some money off. All good.
Hit the links in the chat.
Links in the chat. Yep.
Nice.
Thank you again. So
Yeah.
yes, apart from that, who are you and where can people find you and what do you normally do? So people can come check you guys out. So starting with AJ, what do you do?
Yeah, I'm mostly hosting Pretending with Dice. For more info, go to pretendingwithdice.com because I splashedoutandborder.com. Links to everywhere and that, but we are I guess you call it like a variety actual play show. We're doing a bunch of different games. We just finished up our 26 episode first season of our Star Trek series, Frontier. So season finale that went up on Thursday, so yeah, that's all. Check that out. And in a couple of weeks we're going to be starting a new series of one shots that we're calling Pilot Season, where we're playing 8 different games. And Nikolai's going to be in one of those. We're going to be playing Alien, so it's going to be good.
Oh, fab.
So,
Excellent.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good. So yeah, pretendingwithdice.com, and also I'm usually on this channel a lot, like most Fridays, playing video games.
And do you do your own music, AJ?
I do, and I haven't done anything for a while.
Oh.
AJ also does the overlays for this stream, for example.
I'll get a better working one ready for the next stream.
Yeah, but he's a massive help to us all, and we really love him. Next
do you know, out of interest, do you know what alien scenario you're doing, or is it homebrew?
I will be making it up as we go along.
How exciting!
It's me and Belry's kind of stuck.
Yeah, look, if I plan too heavily, it's gonna go wrong.
Fair enough.
I just need I've got a starting scenario, I've got a map, I've got stuff. Because if I do any more than that,
very cool.
It will just not survive contact with anything. So
Yeah,
cool.
I mean, Belry's originally character idea was he said he wanted to be a counsellor with a puppet.
yeah,
Oh, okay, right, okay. So it's not.
you see what I'm dealing with here.
Okay, bringing it back. Okay, fair.
My approach
I just kind of read the ball recently.
My approach is to just do thought bubbles connecting in a basic plot, and then I add to it whenever they go off track and try to bring it back to main plot or skip over plot points.
Yeah,
Right.
That's kind of how I sometimes plot things out, like if this then this, but like I think with this one I've just got to see whatever they want to do and just have some things that might happen at certain times in my head. Otherwise it's just we'll see what happens, but I'm looking forward to it anyway. But yeah, 8 different one shots coming up very soon.
Also,
cool.
if you like to see AJ play Clone Hero or do a couple of other, I think you still doing any flight thingy streams, or are you not?
I'm
Stop
giving
doing
up on Flight Simulator for now because of my terrible internet connection. It was turning into an absolute slideshow.
But yes,
So-
if you would like to check
What
out
a
any of
great phrase.
AJ's actual streams, he does stream over at AJ Heretic.
Yeah, click my name in the chat.
Yeah. Next we have Fiona.
Oh, hi everyone. When I'm not being a one-word creature for 3 hours, my name is Fiona, and I am an improviser. I do a bit of voiceover stuff, but I run 2 podcasts. I roll What Am I Rolling, which is a twice-monthly RPG one-shot podcast. Recently, we've done lots of interviews with Freely, and so the reason why I was asking about Aliens is that I just interviewed Andrew C.E. Gasker, who is the lead writer for Aliens, and with the Heart of Darkness that just come out as well. So that's why I was like, oh, you're playing that. So I reckon it's not out yet because I've just recorded it, but those will be out soon. But I've done lots of different other one-shots. So if you enjoy different systems that aren't necessarily D&D, go check them out. We've done quite a few of them. Over 100 episodes of that so far. I also run the DM's book club. So if you're like, I actually like D&D, and that's all I want to do, I've got the podcast for you, where we just talk about bits of lore, stuff that interests us, all the way from the sort of DM mechanics to one-off creatures, or just generally just talking about stuff that's related to it in some way. So that's What Am I Rolling and the DM's book club, which you can find wherever you listen to podcasts. And thank you so much for having me on and letting me somehow get through the stream.
You started a new video series as well, right? Haven't you?
Yes, of course, yes. So I don't know if you've heard, but there's a Planescape is coming back, which is quite a big deal for most people in the D&D world, because obviously it was in 2nd edition, it's now coming to 5th edition at the end of next year. So we are doing a Guide to the Planes, the DM's Travel Book Club, where me and my co-host are going through each plane individually and saying what we like, what we would change, etc. Looking at the source books originally from 2E. I will say, it's 2 Brits talking about D&D. Don't think of it as anything too expert. We just have a lot of fun. It's actually quite interesting because I've actually never read any of the original Planescape stuff. So if you fancy checking it out, that's the DM's Travel Book Club, which is on YouTube, and it will be on podcast at some point. But yeah,
Awesome.
check that out. That's Thursdays from about noon onwards. They come out.
Awesome. All
Thank
right.
you.
And is it? I know. How do I remember the name? Is it Daniel?
Daniel.
Yeah. Fantastic. Right.
Like I said, I'm a private boss and I don't have anything to sponsor like anybody else would. So instead, I would do a first one of Layers and Liches, where if you were to buy one now, you would get an enchanted set of dice for free. Come down to your local tavern and have a few games with your pals. Yeah, there's my sponsorship.
Very good.
Fantastic.
As it is, I'm playing games here a little bit everywhere. If anybody has like an extra empty space, I will fill it, no matter the system.
I will talk to you that in literally 3 minutes once we've changed. Because I think I do. All right. Well, that is everyone tonight. Thank you everyone for watching along. Thank you everyone for being a part of this tonight. I'm just going to quickly see if we know anyone that's on that's doing something interesting that we can relate to.
Thank you for running it as well.
Yeah, no problem. As I said, I love running these over there. I honestly have said in a couple of people that this year I'm not as happy with the story because I feel it's a lot more linear than usual. But considering that I've been kind of in therapy for the last year, it's not bad.
It felt like we had a lot of options going through. Like you know, we at any time we could have gone to any of the places, and I think
we just kind of like sped run it. It also picked up a nice little Lexicopanion.
Yeah.
I also don't think we sped run it either. I think we took our sweet time.
I went on a date in the middle of it. Like,
Yeah, I had a date in the middle of it.
I feel like we went to point to point to point. We did like sidetrack, I guess.
yeah,
right?
yeah. No, it didn't feel like it didn't feel railroady at all. It didn't feel like so that you know.
I try usually every year I try and have sorry I should probably do this off the stream, but usually I try and have a lot more options and a lot more branching story, and this year did feel a lot more linear to me. But again, as I said, I've been in therapy for the last year, so my head's not
every
really
year's
switched
got a
on as it ever
different
was.
flavour, so yeah, it's all good.
Cool.
Is this entire scenario based off a movie, actually?
It is, but I will talk about that off stream just in case I do any spoilers for anyone else running it.
No worries.
We don't want to spoil it for anybody, you know,
But yes,
who hasn't played it.
we will raid over to see Mr. Com because he is a wonderful man and he does streaming, and barely anyone seems to watch him. But he's awesome. He's American, isn't he?
He's Canadian.
Yes, he's Canadian. He's Canadian and he is awesome. He does a lot of really crazy he does things like playing Doom without a UI on stuff, and on Elden Ring and Sekiro and all this stuff. He is literally a fantastic dude. He's more than worth your time. So we're rolling to come. One last time, thank you everyone for watching along today. I hope we all have a great rest of the weekend. We'll be back tomorrow with Dark Tide, our Dragon Age game, and then we're back. Mr. Greg's back on Monday with his Everlasting Tales. Tuesday's Bertram and Indie Horror. Wednesday's me and Barry playing Neo. Thursday I think is I'm doing a game offline, so Indie Horror but late. Friday will be more satisfactory. Hopefully we get Tom working this time. So yes, that's the next week. That's us all done. Thank you everyone. Good night.